let's just fucking go. We just go live there. We're gonna go. Blah 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 blah. We strip software webcam. Okay, so because this says we're live, but but then
right. So
it's because it's live because it's that time. But there's like connect your encoders, go live, learn how to use encoders.
Yeah.
Download, set your stream up, learn more, press the stream, paste the stream key. We're going.
Yeah, we're going. Oh,
are we?
It's the same image.
Oh, yes.
Easiest way to find out. If we now go back on here, and we click that. Hey.
Oh, right back. Well, let's just press the right one then and see what happens. Well, there's me. Well, then it's just a case of whether anybody else is watching now. So let's just fucking.
You got 3 viewers.
Woohoo! Evening all. Are you out there? Are you live? Are we live? Is this working? If it is, it's his fault, not mine. Now. I don't fucking believe it. Hang on a minute. Look. Yes, we are on. Evening, Nick. Right, fuck me. Right. Everybody, that's Harry. He's the fucking Gen Zer I brought with me to make sure this all worked.
Hired help.
Yeah. Took fucking ages, so you can't rely on fucking you.
I didn't say I was competent hired help.
Okay, fair enough. I know you've been here for ages. Hi, Harry. How's your back?
Yeah, it's going well. I'm slowly getting there. 6 weeks of recovery. Yeah, a couple more months to go.
Good. Did you all have a nice Christmas? I hope so. My Christmas was very chilled. Did I do anything? No,
You've done
not really.
nothing
I've done
Christmas
fuck
period,
all.
have you?
Absolutely nothing at all. Quite busy up to Christmas, but then after Christmas, yeah, not quite so busy and very chilled. I even managed to sit and almost paint some figures. I must have done something. Can't remember what I did now.
Box.
I've cut up a box. I have cut up a box. I kind of painted. Oh, I edited a video about Middle Earth. I put that out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and before Christmas, I made this I made this little scarecrow. Look at that. That's cool.
Might as well.
Not right way around. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
There, look at that. Well, that's fucking look. There it is under there. Look. 2 cameras tonight, bitches. But yeah, it's cool. So yeah, made that one, but that was a little while ago. And I've been working on this is sneak preview actually. This is an Ark World ogre for the Imperials, which I have converted with a. You haven't seen this, have you?
I have not.
Oh, look, he's got a gas tank, a cutlass, and kind of like I've put a little flying helmet on him because I'm going to make an airship. Oh, hey!
I've always a scuba diver.
No, well, yeah, it's the same kind of thing, like oxygen and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It's
true.
not really a scuba dive, it's a fucking.
Well, he's all in black, in fairness.
That's because that's the undercoat, you nub.
Oh right, I just.
All I've painted so far is a bit of skin. And right, okay. Currently in a hotel room, a laptop plugged in, room TV, so have you on a big screen.
Check on the actual YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's might have done it as a fresh one.
Oh, no, it should be now because they wouldn't have known it was there. So we'll let's. I now broken things. So from that point of view, Harry, bring me back. Fuck's sake.
Do they want you back?
Probably. Of course they want me back. Everybody wants me back. Yeah, look, live videos. Everybody wants me back.
Oh no, we're still on.
We're good. Look, there is all that shit and everything.
Oh no, we're still on.
So we're good. That's cool. Look, there is.
Ah, right. Okay. So
what are we doing tonight?
That's
cool.
right.
I'm going to do some junk modelling. Going to do some junk modelling. That's what we're going to do tonight. You can see down here junk. Very specific junk. Having said that, it's going to be plenty of whimsy in this. Yeah, hello, Gary. All right, mate. Yeah. Look, Gary, that's just a quick message to Gary. Yeah, your son was great. He came round. We got 2 cameras going and everything else. He confidently said, oh, yeah, I'll be a piece of piss.
Yeah.
We'll just get to 7:30 and it will just work.
I feel like it's more your fault for trusting me, to be honest.
there was some swearing, and not from the kid with Tourette's either. Right. So, yeah, specific junk model this evening. A couple of things that have occurred in my gaming life in the last little while that have made me change my ADHD brain around again, just for a change. The first thing is worth pointing out is, if you haven't noticed, you probably have, all you people, that I've been playing some Middle-earth strategy battle game, which is cool. Apart from the other game systems that I really like Burrows and Badgers, and I'm kind of liking, starting to get my head around Arkworld, Middle-earth strategy battle game has always been one of my favourite skirmishes. Although I love Middle-earth, and it's kind of like up here, he says, moving their partisan award out of the way. I prefer it in this form, which is Legends of the Old West, right? Now, the thing about Legends of the Old West is I've got 40mm cowboy figures, most people know that, but the cool thing about this is that, oh, look, there we go, look, cool. The cool thing about this is that it's immediately transferable into other games. So, this, plus a little while ago, didn't know that was it, did you?
I did not.
He did not know that was it. This is a case of Star Wars figures, and oh, look at that! See, it brought Harry around for a reason. He can hold shit. He's quite useful to that. I'm going to get 2 or 3 of these guys out. Recently, I received, thank you, some figures back from a nice guy called Anton, who sadly has now stopped painting figures for anybody because he kept getting dicked around by other clients. Not me, mind you. And he painted the figures. Apart from the figures, the Lord of the Rings figures I got from my mate Edward, loads of Hobbit stuff. Anton painted me up a bunch of figures for Middle-earth strategy battle game Scour and Shah stuff as well. But when I was hassling him about a set of Sharky's Rogues that he was painting for me, I completely forgot I sent him a whole bunch of Star Wars figures as well. And these came back. Look, this is a really rather lovely one of the sleeper cell figures. My hand beautifully in focus there, the figure not at all. And then under there, that's kind of cool. And then there's this one, which is a Rhodian, and then there's this one. There's a whole set, and they're really cool, and they're the nearest thing that so far the makers of Star Wars Legion have made to make anything look like just a bunch of smugglers and stuff. And it's kind of rekindled my idea in I am determined to do some Star Wars gaming. I don't want to play Legion because I always like skirmish games. So I am going to use this set of rules and these figures and play some Star Wars stuff next year, 2026, right? And to do that, I need some terrain. I've got some Star Wars terrain already made. This is why I'm not wearing that microphone clipped on, by the way.
Yeah.
I've got
in principle.
I've got some Star Wars stuff already made, but of course the other thing is it's good fun for scratch building. And then a little while ago, I had planned to buy my Heidi for Christmas a Lola droid, Princess Leia's droid from the Obi-Wan series. And I didn't tell her that, obviously, but she talked about it, and then without me knowing, she went and bought one herself off Vinted. And I was like, oh, cock, that's one of my ideas for Christmas gone. It's
Life blind sake on Vinted, who would have
completely out of the way. But the cool thing was, right, it came brand new in box, and it came in this beer packaging. And I love this kind of stuff. And this one I was really looking at going, do you know what? Look, hang on, look. I'm just going to step him up there. It really is the perfect kind of stuff for Star Wars figures. And then, fortuitously, in a conversation with Heidi, she said she'd quite happily have another one because she wants to paint one up for a Rebel Hoth Trooper costume she's doing for Star Wars cosplay. So we bought another one. So I've got 2 of these now. So tonight I'm going to mess around with this, and we're going to turn this into a model for Star Wars. But it could be really easy. I could just take this, stick it on a thing, and stick stuff to it. But I never do things simply. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to trim this up. We're going to have a go of this stuff. I'm going to cut a couple of lids off. We're going to do some interior details and thing. All right. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I've had a bit of a stab at this already. The biggest problem actually is, whilst this cardboard packaging is kind of cool, which I like because you've got a really nice texture on it, so it'll paint up really nicely. It's a bit wishy-washy and not very tough, so it's a bit of a pain to actually work with. So we're going to see how that goes. So actually, can you pass me that set of knife blades up there? Black box where your left hand is right now.
Do you want the peg with it? Or?
No, just a fucking... So first thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to change the knife blade in a knife. And then we're going to do some trimming. So yeah, always use sharp knife blades, kids, and even if it looks sharp, going to make it sharper. Right.
Never cut towards yourself, Tim.
No, well, that's half the fun, isn't it? That's why they're tuning in. So, right, okay. So, yeah, to answer Nick's question, Mr. Space Doc, I don't know if there's going to be much whimsy. We'll see how we go. But otherwise, we're going to get there. Bricktop 2938. Evening, folks. Sorry for my tardiness, but YouTube didn't bother to notify me. Evening, Bricktop 2938. We were fairly tardy as well, weren't we, Harry? Right. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is see. We're looking at this. Right. Okay. Switch me. Let's go to model cam. Woo! 2 cameras.
First time you've been called a model.
I know. Yeah. Okay. So looking at this, right. First of all, I'm going to cut this lip off that goes all the way around the base here. I like the inside of this bit of packaging, right? It's kind of cool. I could see this being a main hab unit here, and then this being a kind of like another bit, and then I've got corridors. The problem is some of it isn't very deep. So one of the things I thought I'd do is I'd put it on a bit of 10mm XPS foam, which I'm going to layer this on and then cut down into, so you can't step down into it, and that'll help. I'm going to cut the top after we've cut these, trim these edges off. I'm going to cut this top bit off so I can get access into that, and we might end up cutting off the top of this as well so we can get in there. Then we're going to do some digging through the cack, but it's going to be artificial digging through the cack because I bought the cack with me already. Here's some cack I prepared earlier. It's just like Blue Peter, this look.
You're not getting a badge.
And some junk modelling shit, and we're going to give it a go. So, right, enough talking for a minute. Well, there can't be enough talking doing this. Take cardboard, take new blade, sharp knife, take steel rule, well prepared. Look at this, oh my god. And we're going to trim some of this shit off. Well, this is actually the trickiest bit as it goes, because it might affect the what's it called? The integrity, structural integrity of the cardboard, and getting the knife into it is going to be kind of tricky. We'll see how we go. Evening, Anfield Road. Anfield Road layout in the loft. It's such a catchy name, that. It's the nice Liverpudlian railway maker. How you doing? All right. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And stuff. So look, it's good. It's good. Right. Cool. Okay. And Lord Keeper, look at this. Anyway, are you liking the 2 camera look this evening? And can you hear me all right? That's the next kind of like things we need to know.
So yeah, volume's a big one.
Yeah, because this is you know, we're trying new shit. I'm determined in 2026 to do at least one. Say at least. I'm determined, yeah, 2026 to do at least one live stream a month. So and hopefully sound yeah, pick good, sounds great. 2 cameras is good. Cheers, gal. Yeah. So we did do something right. I had to go and steal this other webcam off my son this afternoon. It was like, actually he was quite cooperative about it, to be quite honest. Yeah. So Star Wars scenery tonight, because then after that we're going to lay into a whole bunch of fantasy stuff, and I really have got to do the Patreon build I've meant to have done for ages. So the young man who I was chatting with at Partisan back in, when was that? October? Yeah, October. Who the build is actually for. I still haven't started it. I'm making an Empire of the Dead build for him. I really need to pull my finger out. Having said that, I had a really nice message from a chap called Will Dunn, who's in Australia, who is the bloke, if you remember all the way back, that I built the Necromunda Escher Chem Lab for, which I still completely failed to send to him, which is going to get sent out in the middle of January. I think it's part of my ADHD, actually. That means that I'm just terrible organising myself and doing these things. So I'm going to get on and do some stuff. But the other thing is that the big news is that we're going to be starting, come January, Road to Salute, whatever number it is. I don't know what number it is. The second time we do a Road to Salute series. Yeah, the Road to Salute this year. Where's the award that we won this year? God, tiny. Salute this. Look, check this out. This is the award. The award-winning Magrathea Builder Worlds and Spirit of the Game Crew. This is the teeny tiny award that we won. Oh, get that one in as well, Harry. Yeah. Awards from 2026, 2025. Woohoo! 6 cameras for my live streams on my channel. That's just flash, that isn't it? We'll get there. So this was for last year's Salute 52, right? So we're going to do the Road to Salute 53. Look at that. Best sci-fi or fantasy game, the Jim Clark Award. This is called the All Expenses Spared
I sprayed it gold.
Awards trophy. It's kind of cute though. It's got like it's got roses on it. It's like a little shield. It's got loads of whimsy.
Could have just given you a mug.
Oh, right, a message from Nick here says, Harry, any idea when Fable Faye will be back up? I was looking the other day for Dice Towers and the live stream cottage. Oh, the live stream cottage. Yeah, well, there's a story about that. We got to
Yes, yeah. Live stream cottage should be coming soon when the instructions are made. Unfortunately, Dice Towers are a bit complicated. I can maybe do 1 or 2 one-off ones if you kind of contact Magrathea or me for Etsy. They're really difficult to get the supports off of and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I won't be able to kind of mass produce them. The kind of drop towers that are laser cut, I should be having a tech one of those posted kind of in the next couple of months when my kind of healing's done up.
What about the 3D printed drop tower that we did that I used on the at the brewery for B&B? The one with the crenellated roof.
That's
no, it's printed.
Yes.
Not one of the spirally ones.
I remember that. I don't
Good,
remember
yeah.
that. I don't remember.
It was printed white at 3 levels, a crenellated tower, and I built a chimney around it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah, the drop tower ones.
Yeah.
We can have a look. We have a look at those. Yeah.
Anyway, on the cottage front, and I know several people are waiting for that. And pass it over here. All right. Because look, this is actually the prototype of the next model, which is the Forge, which I'm very, very pleased with. And the cottage is there. This is I'm letting him pick stuff up now.
Breaking things.
This, of course, is the cottage, and then the live stream made cottage, different version. Look at that, that's cool, yeah. The models, there are boxes ready to go. The problem with all of this is that it's all hanging around waiting on yours truly to actually make the instruction sheets. And my December was kind of a tad busy. I really, really, really wanted us to be in a position where they are out and ready for Christmas, and I completely failed to do that, mainly because from the middle of November until the 23rd of December I only got about 5 days off. I must have met something like 4,000 kids and attendant parents, being the big jolly red man, and I'm really hoping come the new year or in the next little while I'm going to be able to sit down, actually work out what all of this is done in. Because the other thing is we want to make a video that goes with it too. Yeah. But when the instructions for making this one are done, making the instructions for the Forge going to be a piece of cake. So this is going to follow on hot on its heels, especially as Gary has designed an anvil, a resin printed anvil, which will go with this as well. So that will be very soon in the new year. I can't promise when, but you know we'll get them kind of sorted. So I still like the fact that people want those. which is kind of cool. Anyway, right, let's just get this last bit of this sliced off, and then we'll have a look at where we are. So this is going to make quite a sizable piece of terrain. I like Star Wars terrain. It's kind of difficult. I'm absolutely in love with Galaxy's Edge in Walt Disney World, where we went last year. Might be going to visit next year as well. And I love a lot of Star Wars terrain, but the problem with a lot of Star Wars terrain, it's very curvy and bumpy and kind of nice, and it doesn't really suit a lot of what I do. And as I'm, flat refuse to just willy-nilly 3D print stuff, or more to the point, get Gary and Harry to willy-nilly 3D print stuff for me. I like that handmade thing, so actually making use of this is kind of cool. Now, right, here's the risky bit. Take knife, cut off lid. Not cool.
Should I get the first aid?
Fuck
Get
off,
ready.
right? Yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay, so now the problem with this is I do know this cardboard is not very good to cut, and I'm not going to do this very precise. Well, I'm going to be as precise as I can.
This cardboard's not good to cut, so I'm going to make cutting a primary part of the build that I want to do.
Yeah. This cardboard is really sucky. I think it's because it's kind of like recycled and.
It does look quite flimsy. Not
Flimsy,
whimsy,
yeah.
but flimsy.
But I'm getting it. I'm going to start cutting around there. And then the other thing is, of course, is that other bits, like this bit here, are going to stop me cutting there. So from that point of view, they come in this side, I'm going to cut around there. And then I have to go on the inside of the model. Oh, get in there, you bastard. To finish cutting it off. It looks a bit messy, it really, really does. I can't get in there though. I can't get my knife in there at all. So yeah, going upside down. Here we go. Now we've got this inconveniently nice knobbly bit here, right? That's nice and knobbly bobbly. It's not all round all the way around there. So I'm gonna have to cut. You can see my cut line. He says try and work where that his bloody cut line is. There it is. So I'm gonna cut around the rest of this. Fortunately, the knife fits better on the inside, it does on the outside. Yeah. And then we're going to cut around this way here. This is not how I plan to do this. Shit. Okay, here we go.
Viewers.
Right. At least 20 people thought what they could do better with their Sunday night would be to tune in to watch some beardy bloke cut up a thing with a cardboard box with a standing on.
They're all just staying here to see if you nick your thumb or not.
Oh yeah.
It's going to drop down to 4 viewers once it's...
Blood for the blood god.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, so look. Top cut off. Actually, that come off better than I thought it would. All right, so there we go. And now, see, this is the problem with this stuff. Look, you get all these kind of these tears and bits there, which, to a certain extent, I reckon you could probably just trim off with a pair of scissors. But actually, that did come off better than I thought it was going to. So that would just kind of sit on there, I hope, when I put the model back together. Now, what's cool about this is it's now gives me access to the inside of that. Because if I take a Star Wars model. No, Rob, I'm sorry. I hate to disappoint you that I'm aiming for no blood tonight. But yeah, it's like, but yeah, see, he stands in there quite nicely, and I reckon if and this is where I need another camera so I can go right down in there. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll fuck it up. I say I probably could. I could probably take that one and show you. But if I've got another 10 mils of depth, right? What are you doing?
Seeing if there's a zoom function.
Well, fuck it, look. There is a zoom function. You just move the camera closer. Look, there you go. Look, yeah, look. Because I just want that angle there. What you need to do, right, is flick it over to the thing that says mugshot.
I set them up.
I know. Yeah, look. There you are. So look, here we are. Look. Oh, bless. My lovely wife is watching. Hello, darling. And yeah, so
Because I'm here.
yeah, she knows. So this guy here, he stands in there quite nicely, and with that on there, that will give quite a lot of room for roof. But actually, if I sink it 10 millimeters in the ground using the XPS foam, then it's going to give me quite a lot of scope. Especially as I don't know if you can see in here, some of these other things aren't very big from a tunnel point of view. Now, realistically, when people play in a game, most of them wouldn't give a rat's ass about the fact that it doesn't quite work from a building point of view, but it bothers me because I'm kind of like a bit, you know, I'm not autistic. No, I'm not. No, but yeah, it will annoy
How
me.
many
So
swords do you own?
that's got nothing to do with autism, mate. That's to do with being a pirate. I've got loads of swords, and you know, it's work. I have to have swords for work. Right, so I'm just going to trim this up a little bit and make it a little bit neater. And guns as well. I've got to have guns for work too.
If that's what helps you sleep at night, Tim.
Nothing stops me sleeping at night.
No, you do that quite well.
I do sleep very well at night. Apart from last night where we made end of the year pup date just while we're on it. Yeah, we had a rough night last night, Heidi and me. Actually, most of it was all right because didn't go to bed till quite late. My lovely daughter. There were people who were rude about my Christmas list, right? That I stuck on the fridge door.
It was very helpful.
It was very helpful. Not only I didn't get any cack at all this year from anybody, I only got good stuff, including the splendid Amorphis album from that young man over there, which was very cool, and a new Sabaton album. I was delighted to receive that, and Bernard Cornwell's latest Sharp novel, which I got on Wednesday, and I finished it last night. Yeah, and well, that's the way it worked, Nix. Yeah. So I finished Sharp late last night, about 2 o'clock. Now the problem is, from a pup date point of view, right, is that Chewbacca who is absolutely an autistic dog, was having a bit of a mare because we've altered the back garden a little bit, so where he likes to poo and wee, he can't get to at the minute. Because we shut that bit off. Because that's the biggest problem with big dogs. Is lots of poo, lots of wee, which makes your garden smell. So we're making some efforts to make the whole place a little bit neater and tidier and nicer to be out there, and not be quite so whiffy. And then Chewy last night had a terrible time because he basically couldn't wee where he wanted to wee, and he was very, very uncomfortable. He went and had a cheeky poo where he shouldn't have done last night at 2 a.m. and that was right till 6 o'clock in the morning when he needed a wee. And he hadn't had a wee since, I don't know when, yesterday afternoon. And he was really, really uncomfortable. But so I stood outside at 6 a.m. this morning with Chewy in the back garden for 20 minutes while he refused to go to the loo. He just kept going backwards and forwards. And then Heidi came and, I'm not going to say relieved me, that's not the right thing, but she came out and said, you didn't come to bed till late, you go back to bed and I'll sort him out. And then he spent another 25 minutes there. So pup date, Soka and Ludo have coped perfectly well because we haven't really affected where they wee or poo. Chewy, the autistic pup, has had a bit of a mare, but we're going to worry about that after other things. Anyway, enough about that nonsense. I'm going to contemplate cutting the top off another bit of this model. Now I'm kind of liking this now. So this is the main living area in this dwelling, which I'm kind of thinking. Well, actually, the kitchen is going to be probably this bit over here as it goes, because inside there's a nice kind of tunnely bit through here, and if there's another 10 mils on the bottom of it, that will go through there quite, and I need an area I can cut off there. Either that, or this becomes the kind of bedroom. This is going to be the entrance way, because there are two potential very narrow corridors into the main living space. And this is going to be, I don't know, sci-fi gubbins. So, David, Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah, the benefit of having a pattern. So, where are we? Going to cut the top off this one. Also a nice awkward shape, but easier to get to than the other one. And I'm actually going to try and draw a line on this.
That's going to achieve what?
Well, because that's look. What it's going to achieve is try and make it not look quite so rough. When
like 2 minutes in, you're going to completely ignore the line you've drawn.
2 minutes in, and I'm going to. That's optimistic.
Yeah, I was going to say that's giving you too much credit, really, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really is. So
I do feel like the Muppet at the minute with something that I need. This is why I needed Dan as well, because then we could have heckled.
Yeah, if Gary had come round tonight, Gary's watching this. In the preview thing, I had actually said that Gary was going to be here, but unfortunately, Gary, or fortunately, probably for Gary's point of view, he fancied watching this from home rather than having to suffer. But I was kind of like looking forward to a Wardorf and Statler kind of session. But having said that, it's probably quite good he's not here really.
Yeah.
We haven't necessarily got the room. But yeah.
You've done quite well. It doesn't look like bomb's gone off in it.
No. Anyway, so when should we tell them about what we're going to be doing for Salute then? Should we wait until the kind of Salute kind of the Salute
I have
Road to Salute thing?
No clue what we're doing for Salute, Tim.
No idea what we're going to do
Tim,
for
I
Salute.
have utterly
no idea.
No idea what we intend to do for Salute.
Okay, that's fine. Well, because I'm thinking of keeping a B&B table going for Salute, but we are also thinking about having a kind of arc worldy cut. Oh, did I let that out of the bag? Because it's a very well kept secret at the minute. The kind of table that I'm going to be building for Salute. yeah. It's almost like a line. Just going to go around there. Going to go around there like that. You can't see any of this I'm doing, can you? Will you fuck? Knobhead.
Should give me access to the tech control.
You've got to have some purpose. Now, right, okay. So now I have drawn a black line around there. I'm going to, which is super accurate. Look, where that joins up nicely. I'm going to attempt to cut off the top of this bit here because then I'll be able to get in there too. Yes. Okay. There is method to my madness, I promise. Well, I mean, I say that, but yeah. Now, cool. Well, yeah. I mean, he did it, Gary, not me. I didn't call you Muppet, mate. And anyway, to be fair, because of Harry's Tourette's, getting called a Muppet by Harry is actually an awful lot better than what you normally get called. So from that point of view,
quite mild.
I'd take that, frankly, Gary, and run with it, mate. Yeah. Now,
he can't run.
Oh well, all right. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah.
Lightly jog at best.
Lightly jog at best. While we're being rude about your dad, obviously we know what his gaming plans are for next year because he's kind of like going to be playing games with us. But anybody else who's not kind of going to be playing games either in Gary's house or in is it true? If you're not playing in kind of like the Rayleigh Essex kind of like area next year, what are your gaming plans? What are you intending to be playing? Are you going to be B&Bing? Are you going to be necromundering? I know some of you guys who watch this actually watch it from a modelling making point of view and not necessarily from a gaming point of view. Are you going to be Conflict 47 in maybe? Or other things? Let us know. Chuck it in the chat. Tell me what you're up to. And that kind of thing. Subsequently, did you get any gaming done over Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? Do you buy your own Christmas presents? Like Gary does. Because then he knows what he's getting. And bless him, then he has to wait until he can actually take it out of the packet. What did the gaming fairies bring you for Christmas? Well, you see, the thing is, Nick, have you seen this? Sorry, the wine is going down. Remind me why you're cutting into a perfectly formed, ready-made piece of terrain. Well, you see, it's a good question. It's fair play. Silver bayoneting. Nice. Okay, that's cool. There's another game that I could seriously get into.
Because we need another one right
Because we need another one right now. Said the bloke who went and got me all excited about Arkworld. I mean, in fairness, I have got Silver Bayonet up there. It's on the top shelf up there. So from that point of view, I could easily do Silver Bayonet as well, and that would be scenery. Wouldn't be too difficult to do. Anyway, oh shit, yeah. Well, you got Guards of Traitors Toll. Yeah, you see, it's funny you should mention Guards of Traitors Toll, Rob, because You see Harry here, right? And Gary, who's with when we went to Colours this year, we got all excited about Guards of Traitors Toll, didn't we, boys?
Yes.
And what happened? We went and bought a load of Guards of Traitors Toll Tough, didn't we?
We did.
Didn't we,
It
Harry?
was quite a cool idea of doing a collaborative sort of
It was
game.
going to be really cool, and we really liked the idea of Guards of Traitors Toll. And then about 4 weeks later, we went to Partisan, and then what did we buy, Harry?
I got really excited because Ted pointed us to the Ark World figures, and I kind of fell in love with the undead, ancient dead figures, and
so we bought Ark World as well. So now we've got Guards of Traitors Toll to try out as well. Guards of Traitors Toll, I definitely want to do some stuff with because I'm going to use all my tabletop world scenery for that.
I think it'd make quite a good video as well, to be honest.
And it'd be good fun to do some of that. I've been absolutely rubbish at reading the rules. I haven't actually worked out. I really like the idea of Guards of Traitors Toll because of the collaborative kind of side of it. Works really, really well, and it might make some cool videos too. So anyway, look, to answer Nick's question about cutting up a perfectly good piece of terrain, which is completely right, apart from the fact that I'm a skirmish gamer and I like my characters to be able to go inside the buildings, and it gives me lots more opportunity to model stuff, do the interiors too. So I've cut off the lid here, right, and the lid here. Do you know what? I do like this second camera. It works quite well.
Yeah.
And so I can do that and that, which means it gives me access to the inside of the model. You got Christmas. Oh, nice. With zoom on. Oh, look. Anfield got web cameras for Christmas with zooms on with a remote. I'm gonna have to. Right, I'm gonna have to come and watch your next. When do you stream Anfield Road layout in the loft 5204? Why have you got 5204 on the end of your name? Sorry, I don't want to, because you've watched all of these live streams, so I hate to kind of like, kind of upset you or insult you or anything else. But right, surely there can't be 5,203 other people who are called Anfield Road Layout YouTube in the loft, kind of thing.
It's a very catchy name.
Because
a lot of people have it.
Oh, no, in fairness, right? I didn't want to be Magrathea Builder Worlds, blah, 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 blah. And I've got a bunch of numbers stuck on the end of my channel name.
It's also a very popular name.
It's a bit shit, It's like, This would be so much cooler if that was a can of Stella,
Yeah.
No gaming and very little modelling. Oh, really? Oh, shit. Really? Come on, Nick. That's not the spirit. Pushing over again. Yeah.
Just as you mentioned Stella.
Yeah. Now, okay, so look, where are we? Look, stop being flippant, Tim. Get on with doing the thing. I've now cut them off. I'm hoping that those lines won't be too incongruous when I put the whole thing together. You can't avoid some lines on this. Now, this is where the magic takes place, kids. I'm going to lose these for a minute. Going to take... Look, I did do some preparation. I have cut out already a piece of 10mm XPS foam, right, which I can't tell if square or not. It looks kind of square, but this might not be. But then this is going to be right, okay, you space stock 8 until you right, that's fine. So yeah, I get that. So now I'm putting this on top of this bit of XPS foam because now I can get inside it and draw around the inside because I want to chop out some bits so I sink it into the floor. Although now, what is causing me greater fun is the fact that this is not quite square. Not that I think that matters too much, but yes, it's going to really piss me off no end. So I'm now going to...
Not insistent.
Alright, shut your face. Let's square it up. I should have cut it out with a prox on, but that would have involved getting my prox on it.
Well, what do you get your prox on the stream?
Mate, there'll be people who pay money to watch me get my prox on it. Right. Cool. Okay. Well, yeah, I will do my absolute hardest to join in. I'd like to put faces to... I know quite a few of the faces of these people who are watching already, so from that point of view, but Anfield, right, so look, anyway, look, shut up, Tim, get on with doing the thing. Here we go.
Well,
so,
if you want to see any of your scenery in person, we'll be doing events nearer up north soon anyway, won't we?
Well, I'd like to, but I haven't had a reply from the people who run, whatever the fuck it's called.
Is that the one on the 1st of March?
Yeah. Yeah, so it might not be. Right, okay, so pen, going to draw around the inside of this. So I can...
It'd be a really bad time for someone to jog you.
It would, yeah. Cut this out. like that, right? So now in some cases, I don't mind if this is not. I'm going to go around that corner there. I don't know how exciting this is from a watching point of view. There's a bloke not doing. Right, okay. Oh shit, Nick, I'm sorry, man. That's really shitty kind of like news, really.
Yeah, painkillers can be really difficult. They had to put me on gabapentin, and the withdrawals from coming back off of those has not been a fun experience.
For everybody else in your family.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not been a fun for any of us, you know.
Right, so let's go out there.
Crazy, though, it's the fact that it's a medication that makes you incredibly tired, and then the withdrawal, like one of the major side effects, is insomnia.
Right, nice.
So just staying up till 6 a.m.
Okay, thanks. I'm going to go over here like this, get inside this model, bits of that, and then roughly go across here, like that. Okay, go straight across there. Oh no, I'm not. And this at least then gives me an idea of what the shape of the inside of the house could be, like, kind of thing.
Get a little bit of a layout though.
Type malarkey. Yeah, I do.
So I've got one for Silver Bayonetta. Any other game systems?
Yeah, we mentioned God's Traitors Toll.
God's Gift.
And 40k in Necromunda as well. Right, okay. That looks shocking, doesn't it?
Looking forward to going to.
Okay.
Wouldn't make an artist.
Well, no, it's not. That wasn't really the idea. I don't think. So I'm going to go round here. What I want to do is kind of cut this out in one go, really. Round like that. Not using a prox off it is. Free aim. Round like that. Over there like that. Because this is going to give me a floor then. I'm hoping this will have kind of like slight Tatooine vibes. A little bit, but
yeah, that shape does very much give the kind of like in the more built-up area of Tatooine.
Yeah. I mean, that's certainly what I'm going for. I think,
especially from the one during the Boba Fett series, wasn't it?
Yeah, I reckon. I want to make sure I don't cut out too much, so I haven't got anywhere to stick it down. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I quite like the idea of. Well, frankly, it's just not enough time. Where are you putting the door? Good question, Gal. Okay, the door. It's going to go here. So then this bit here becomes a corridor into the kitchen, or there's a little corridor into the main living space. And then I suppose this could be a bedroom kind of thing over here, maybe, possibly. But I'm not going to faff around detailing that. There's not going to be enough room inside it. So, okay, so here we go. That's going to go around there like that. That's going to go around there like that. Is that a corridor? That is a little corridor. It's going to go. It's going to go up the corridor, and then I've stepped down to the kitchen. Right. Okay. Type thing. Malarkey. We'll see what this looks like. Right. Okay. Wish me luck, people. Here it comes. The most random shape I've produced. So here we go. Cutting. We're cutting. Okay, doing good. Because then when I've done that, I can stick this bit down to the base, and I can start thinking about the outside. Yeah. So to be very interesting in the last few days. Actually, I've been watching a number of reels and shorts from War Games Illustrated. The guys there talking about their favourite things, game system wise, new miniatures and bits and pieces that they're voting for in their what's it called, readers poll this year, which is going to be cool. Be interesting to see how they come out.
Is that the competition?
It's
awards.
their awards. Yeah.
When do we find out? When are the results released for that?
Well, it's going to be. I would imagine they'll be in January. I think you can vote all the way up to the end of the year. I think, and you know, there's certainly stuff that we like. What you might want to vote for. I certainly think that if Oathsworn Miniatures don't win the Best Customer Care Award, Best Customer Service Award, then something is completely messed up, because
Yeah, they are amazing.
they're quite extraordinary when it comes to that kind of thing. So from that point of view, if you haven't voted in the War Games Illustrated awards this year, do go check it out. Check out War Games Illustrated on Facebook or TikTok or whatever you kind of like, or even here on YouTube. Follow link. Go and fill in their Survey Monkey thing. Make sure you vote for Oathsworn in at least one category. Kind of malarkey. Yeah, you know, nominate your hobby heroes, that kind of thing. Shit, what am I cutting out there? Well, actually, this is going to be alright. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go straight across there.
Is it that one? War Games Illustrated.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll copy the link and send it over.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. There's totally. I mean, there's a link on my Facebook page. Cool. But yeah, we're going to stick a link in the chat. And if you haven't voted for your favourite gaming products of the year, your favourite show, favourite manufacturers, figure range, new rule set, favourite rule set, I don't know, all that kind of malarkey. There. Otherwise, yeah. Nice one, Rob. Right, cool. Okay, look, there we go. Look, cut that out. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this bit of XPS, but I'm going to keep that because it's quite big, so stick that over there. Then take also my already cut out piece of hardboard that's going to make the base of this model. Stick that on there like that. Ta-da. Locate that like that. No, that's not the right way. Like that, like that. Right, there you go. Line it up with that, and that then gives me quite a reasonable depth. My little guy now stands deeper in there, and I've got kind of like believable tunnels and stuff, which is quite neat. They're like steps down into the main living quarters and various other bits and pieces. Yeah, it's stupid actually. I quite like that. So I go like that. Let's just sign it in the chat. That's kind of cool. Right, okay, so we're going to ping them out of the way, get that out of the way, and for a minute we're going to apply Gorilla Wood glue to the bottom of this piece of XPS foam, stick it down this bit of hardboard. Liberally spread that round, and then actually what I'm going to need to do for a minute is just find something heavy to put on that and weight it down. spread that glue around. Oh, I'm also thinking about it. Other games that I'm going to have to get into and actually play some of this year, because I don't think I'm going to be able to put it off much longer. We're also going to start playing Blood Bowl as well. Because Gary's like painted like a bajillion teams now. And
about 4 so far.
Heidi's got 2 teams now. I painted one. Fuck, I painted Heidi a Skaven team about 8 years ago. It came up on Facebook memories the other day. Might not have been 8, it might only be 6, but it's a long time ago. Nice little presentation box because she always plays Skaven. She's nearly finished the Nightmare Halloween team thing, and we bought her a bunch of gnomes the other day, which are kind of cute. So, right, there we go. What are you doing?
I'm just getting
the link. Right, okay, cool. So, right, base going on there like that. That's a bit messy, but it doesn't matter. Pushing that down there like that. Then, frankly, stream auto generate error. Please use keyframe. Blah 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 blah. Why isn't that changing? That is changing. That's fine. Okay, that's cool. Right, good. Okay, so look, that's now stuck down there. Good. Excellent. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We love their business card boxes, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. The links work.
Cool. Right, okay, so if you haven't done the War Games Illustrated thing, there is a link to it. Please go and sign it and do the thing. Sign in and malarkey.
Only takes a couple of minutes and it can really help out.
Yeah, all the games companies, really. So now, this is going on here. Now, there's another thing I want to do. Actually, oh shit, I should have done it before I stuck down the blue. Whereas I'm going to cut out a bit of stair over here. Shouldn't make a lot of difference, but here we go.
You know, if there's an internet personality that's in the wargaming scene that you particularly want to vote for as well, for your Builder of Worlds, make sure to put them on the options. I believe it's one of the last questions.
Yeah. Tell everybody what a tosser he is. How unreliable he is now.
Yeah. How crappy is at doing his streams on time.
Doing streams on time, and now he never actually finishes anything. And you know, he gets it all going. I'm about to get into the very busy part of it. Love to see a football stand build. What is he fucking? Oh, for Blood Bowl,
yeah,
right? I guess I'm gonna
football,
say.
Yeah. Yeah, not like a hammers.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought he was having a moment for a second there.
Oh, your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in football.
Oh, bless you! Look, they did vote for Tim. Oh,
that was misguided.
I'm feeling all loved now. Oh, getting all misty-eyed. Now, what we're doing now?
It makes you feel better, Tim. I reported you on
No.
that.
Shut up.
Said he was paying for votes.
It's probably true. Well, I mean, I'd say painful, but
You're not paying. You're promoting just like everyone else
absolutely
does.
right. Yeah, absolutely right.
Technically, you didn't promote yourself there.
No, actually, that's also true. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so look, here we go. I'm cutting a step out here. If you're wondering what I'm now doing, cutting up a tiny piece of blue polystyrene, I'm just making the odd step really badly. I'm going to stick back in there at that height, and then I'm going to make another one. That's fucking rubbish. Right. How am I going to build a tavern for Blood Bowl? Oh, well, you know. Yeah, that's a good question. I have...
Do a tavern on the sidelines, couldn't you?
Yeah, I have got a tavern on the go at the moment, though, mind you. The project I'm working on at the minute is yet another tavern. I could give you a preview of that in a minute when I've done this bit about cutting the hand off. Because I am halfway through another video at the moment, which is kind of cool. I'm really enjoying. And I've broken a few Magrathea rules, to be quite honest, because it is...
What?
Well, yeah, because I'm using the 3D printed thing. Mainly because the nice people at Irongate Scenery gave it to me. So I wasn't going to say no.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a beautiful model as well.
it is a very, very nice model. We'll check it out. Hang on. I'm just going to cut this off here, and we're going to get a bit of it out. to show you what my modelling project has been in the last few weeks. Because I'm at the point where I have to undercoat it and get on with actually painting the damn thing, really. So, yeah, my next Magrathea Builder Worlds video, which I'm not quite sure when it's going to be out, but will be out hopefully by the new year or around about New Year. It's going to involve this big bad boy. Actually, there's like, look, there's bits of it. Can you see that? This is like bit of in, but that's not all, because after there's that bit of in, there's the other end, this bit of in, which is really rather lovely too. And then in between those two bits of in is hang on, it's coming. I'm going to have to show you this one on this camera. Is this bit of in. Look at that. This is I don't know which end which end you got there. That's it's one of the ends. This is the 3D printed it's that end. 3D printed kind of halfling tavern in a la the Green Dragon from The Hobbit. It's epic. It's like 18 pieces of 3D printed model. And it's bloody huge. So big that it doesn't fit in a really useful. I wanted to put it together all as one thing, and then model it onto one board, but then it won't fit in a really useful crate. So I've had to do it in 3 separate pieces. But the inside is insane. Look, it's got multiple rooms, multiple fireplaces. I'm working on the detailing at the minute, and now I'm doing it on the outside. So this is going to get used for Arcworld and for Middle-earth strategy battle game, and pretty much bloody anything else, frankly. It needs a
pull it out as much as humanly possible.
It needs a role-playing game played around it as well. It's fantastic. So
say no to that.
there's a scenario, a video coming very soon with that, because it's been a lovely little model. Can't wait to actually use it. Put it on the table.
Use one ring system, won't it?
Yeah. I've got the one ring role-playing system. We could fun to use that. Now that's getting stuck on there now. I made a little set of stairs over here now. Now, so while this is kind of gluing to the base, I need to do some selective digging through the cat. Digging through the cat. Digging through the cat. I'll just throw a load of polystyrene.
I also feel like for the people who are drinking, whimsy.
Whimsy, yeah, shit. See, that's the problem with sci-fi games. I
There's
find
not enough whimsy.
I don't say whimsy enough. In sci-fi, because although some sci-fi is kind of whimsical, I mean Star Wars it's got quite a lot of the W word going on in it. I don't tend to naturally think when I'm making a sci-fi piece of terrain to use the word whimsy. That's mainly because I make Necromunda terrain, and that's just grim dark.
Yeah, I see you on that.
And grim dark doesn't really go with whimsy, does it? So it's like.
There's a RPG system
that
works for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons called the Crooked Moon, which has an interesting mix of both.
Right, yeah.
It's a really cool system. That's fantasy though.
Gordon, that's a really good question. I didn't realise that 4D Model Shop had gone under. I thought they were just changing the website, but it's really tricky. So yeah, I'm struggling to get the decent 25mm thick XPS foam in the kind of size that I want now.
Yeah.
10mm stuff like this is easy because you can just buy that on Amazon, because it's underlay for flooring and stuff. But the other stuff, I need a new supply for that. So
I've got a place that I use for the boxes that works for. I don't know if they've got 20mm, but you have to bulk order.
Yeah, well that's all right. I don't mind bulk ordering, but
yeah.
So look, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some digging through the cat. Right, so one of the things I'm definitely going to find useful, because I said this was going to be junk modelling, and this is junk, is I'm also going to find a use for Yakult bottles. This stuff, I really don't like this stuff. And a scientist friend of mine said actually it's preposterous, because this is the stuff with all the made up stuff that's in it. Oh, Nick, don't mix. Oh, the grape with the grain. Oh, that would kill you. I don't hardly drink at all now, but mixing whiskey with wine, bad mistake. So yeah, Yakult, I'm not a believer in. I don't like the taste of it either, but the bottles are fabulous. I've seen these used as kind of like booster engines on spaceships, all kinds of stuff, and I'm definitely going to use these somewhere as a kind of like a water tower or something else. But anyway, what I need first of all, doors. Yeah, I haven't. Again, I haven't. I mean, the Yakult bottle is kind of all right. You're right; it's a bit squidgy. It's a great shape, and it definitely is doing to it. But it's so cool from a shape point of view. I don't think you need to do much to it for it to work really well in the sci-fi thing. But I guess it's also the kind of plastic that doesn't take paint very well, so it's going to need Mod Podge or something on it to take the paint first. But right, okay. So what we got? Let's do some. I need a door first of all. I've got a number of different doors. Like doors. I'm not going to have a door with a window in it because I'm not going to cut into that. So hang on.
Solid. Window, it proceeds to become a door with a window in it.
Oh well, it's yeah, exactly. It's a door with a window in it. Shut your face, look. So I'm thinking that I'm going to put this. It could actually go in the end, yeah. But I'm going to sink that into this bit of the model, and then then we can start sci-fiing this up. Now these have. I can't remember who these are from. They're not Mantic. Well, they could be Mantic actually. No, they're not. They're not Mantic. They are Maelstrom's Edge. I'm terrible at names, but actually these are from Maelstrom's Edge. Maelstrom's Edge. They don't make much, but they do make a nice kit that actually was designed to be used with Trug kind of garage organisers. But these are really cool. So I like these. It's good hard styrene plastic, as opposed to shit that Mantic train crate uses. So right, I'm going to draw around the back of this, and I'm going to cut into again the cardboard, so I could sink my door into this. Like that. There we go. Start sci-fiing this up. Problem with mixing grape and grain is that by the time you finish the grape, you don't give a rat's ass about it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's also a good point. Yeah.
Good way to get rid of grain.
I like it. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Again, cutting into this cardboard is a bit. It's not a pleasurable experience. It's like cutting through 3-day-old flesh. Not 3-day-old flesh, like a baby's 3-day-old flesh. I mean, 3-day-old kind of corpse. Not, I'm guessing really, because I don't actually know about cutting through corpses. I'll shut up.
Have you got reference for this?
No, I'm going to shut up now. Okay.
Everything that's been said is entirely satire.
Absolutely. Speculative.
Speculative hearsay and allegation.
Yeah, and you can watch about it probably on a Netflix series. Yeah, kind of thing that Hardy watches a lot of, and now Freya watches a lot of too. Okay, so look, there's the cardboard out of there. Door hopefully going to slot in there like that.
Also, the Tim England story.
Look at that, yeah, no. That's a bit more right. Fat, yep, nice. Okay, so needs to go in a bit higher. Yeah, this cardboard is horrible. Just really horrible.
That's right, you got another one to work with you.
It's true, yeah. I'm going to make a street of these. I'm going to, now, while we're on this, and we're talking about these things, and we had that bit of conversation earlier about the live stream cottage, and the Magrathea scratch building kit. Do you fancy, does anybody think there's some mileage in sci-fi ones, sci-fi hab units, sitting on the floor, kind of generic sci-fi type things we can make with an XPS foam kit? That would be kind of cool. Yeah. A few doors. I know a bloke who could design the doors for us, that kind of thing. We could print our doors. What do you reckon, folks? Is there any mileage in that? I reckon. I'm thinking sci-fi could. Look, see, there's my door in there. That's all right.
What if we set up a pole?
Set up a pole?
Yeah.
Rob says yes, absolutely. Set up a poll. There's only like 5 people fucking watching. How many people are watching?
30.
30. Cool. Wow. Nice. Look at that. Yeah, I reckon that might be quite a cool thing. Do I see? The thing is do I start and make a sci-fi one before we make more fantasy stuff, or should we make more of a fantasy range before we launch into making a sci-fi thing? That's the
Is
question.
that how you spell sci-fi?
What? Yes, yeah. I only sci-fi if I. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. Shared you out. Nice. Ah, thank you, sir. Right, okay. So look, there we go. Look, there's me door in there. Oh, fuck that up completely. Where's the thing? That's because you're doing the thing there, and I'm not watching that live. That's really off-putting because I'm watching the thing that I'm not actually. Yeah, look, there he is. There's the door. Harry's doing a thing, right? When it's very clever and it's kind of like that. And I'm watching a thing that's not moving.
When we get really fancy with this, I'll have a little laptop in the corner here.
That'll be even better.
We'll have the stream controls on it.
And then this is a nice little canopy. Can't remember who this came from. Again, this could, you know what? That could actually be Mantic. But I'm going to go over the door with that. Look at that. That's cool. Look, I can put that over there like that. That fits on there. It's almost like serendipity because it's the right width for the thing. So and I'm gonna have don't know what that's for. Right, this needs a bit of trimming. First of all, a pair of clippers will be good. Thank you. See, he's worth having around.
First time that's been said.
Yeah, that's true. Random bits of plastic shooting around the room now. Duck. Quack, quackity quack. So, there we go.
I don't.
What are you doing now?
Well, because it's in the way of the comments now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know how to move that.
When I said to him, right, come round and help me out, yeah, that'll be fucking great. Come on, that'll be super useful. That'll be really great. Like, it'd be cool having somebody who's done this kind of shit before. Yeah.
I've done it for gaming. It's
Turns out,
different for IRL.
Turns out he's a rank amateur like I am. So from that point of view, all right, okay. So glue going on here. I'm underneath the camera, so I'm assuming you people can see what I'm doing. You know. Yoo-hoo comes with sound effects. Did you know that? And the tongue is sticking out because I'm concentrating. And now we're going to go around over here, and then we're going to put that canopy on over the top of the door like that. I'll fit you bastards, cool. And that kind of works. I like that. It's going to be a pain in the
comments.
It's going to be a pain in the ass to paint, but look at that. Too many cooks? No. I tell you what, Nick. Oh, you bastard. Too many cooks is not the case. Frankly, I'm getting to do this and not have to worry about anything else working. And then I can be rude to Harry later about what a shit job he did, or be nice to him, tell him what an outstanding human being he is. But I don't want that to go to his head too much. So it's not good for him if you tell him too often, Right, I'm now going to kind of like do an amazing bit of live streaming now while I hold this piece of plastic to this piece of cardboard that I'm gluing. It's a scintillating bit of footage. I'm glad we've got overhead kind of like images of it. Look, oh no, they're sporting there. Now they've got to look at my great big ugly mug. No, it's fine. No,
I'll turn it back.
Right, cool. Okay, so look, now canopy's going on over the door like that. I'm hoping that all I've done now is stick.
We need a glue break scene.
I've stuck. Drying time.
Yeah. And now is the thing, the Yoo-hoos come out, so slowly this is going to become more unhinged.
Yeah, okay, so, right.
Good results on the sci-fi ball, though.
Cool, so look. There's canopy over my doorway now, quite like that, which is nice. And then I need some other stuff, really, that I'm going to stick on to make this whole thing look sci-fi. So, hang on. Oh, yeah, nice. All right, so, there we go. Right, so it looks like we'll crack on with a sci-fi kit as well, then,
yeah?
Nice. Other stuff. This is plenty of the. You can stick me back on the big camera now, please. This is more of this Maelstrom's Edge sci-fi trim and kit. It's literally, it really is made for scratch building because it's kind of Will he be any better? He maybe. Yeah, that's true. He is 30 years old. Will he be any better in 30 years? Mate, he's not going to live another 30 years. I'm going to lose my shit with him at some point and run him over. But,
Mate, you could be teaching me how to use swords very soon. So
that's true,
that's
yeah.
perfect excuse to
I
run
could
them
blow him
through.
up in pirate shows, couldn't I? So anyway, this stuff is from Maelstrom's Edge. It is literally for scratch builders because it's kind of like ladders and air vents and just trim, which will go on some of this quite nicely. And then I've also, in my selected, I have no idea who these little resin computer panels have come from, but this is kind of cute. We get that in there. Look, can we see that? That's kind of nice, yeah. And they're kind of cool.
It's a good webcam.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? This Nathan's one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to stick one of them on the wall, and then in this box down here, apart from the Yakult bottles, I've got a load of mostly stuff from those ash waste kits because they're just cool, basically. I mean, this kind of stuff. They're cables that I'm going to lay down. I'm going to lay some cable. Ooh, and there are kind of these aerial kind of.
I took it literal. I just more found it funny the thought of you doing electrical work.
No, yeah, well, yeah, you know, look, that kind of stuff. And then there's the odd chimbley bit as well. It's not supposed to be a chimbley, but they always look like chimbleys to me. So, and needs a roof vent and a satellite dish. What does it need a satellite dish for? I'm watching fucking Sky, isn't it?
They might want to.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I can certainly do the odd dish, but it does need roof vents. Something to go on the top of this for a start. Although this is kind of cool. I like these. These are. I'm definitely going to use. Solve that. Hang on. Can't pick it up. Right. Just for Gary. Can't pick it up.
It's like the scene with Thing trying to pick up his wedding ring.
There's a thing to go in the middle. That is out of a coffee filter thing. One of those Nespresso or Tassimo things that we don't have it anymore. I had to stop drinking all the coffee.
Like your wife bought us for our dog.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So I'm going to go straight on the top of one of those for a start. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stick that on there. Now, of course, I'm using Yoo-Hoo for two reasons. First of all, the slightly kind of druggy kind of reasons, because it improves the smell in here. Actually, I'm wearing a pair of slippers tonight. You can't see these. Nice, right? Okay. I'm now going to offer up Harry's opinion on the waff.
Not great.
Not great. Okay. Right. So
that's like mouldy Doritos.
It is. Thank you very much. The Yoo-Hoo is improving the overall ambience in here this evening.
They're not too bad. They don't linger.
It doesn't linger. No, I've thrown them over there now. And of course, contact adhesive. Well, pretty fast. Solvent-based adhesive, so it's going to glue quite quick. I'm going to stick some other stuff on this roof while I'm here. Yeah, I mean it's kind of it's cool. I like it.
Good for blood streaks and like thing effects for like slime and stuff as well.
Yeah, it's true actually. Yeah. Although if you want to do kind of like you also do that well with hot glue. Which would be a solution for sticking this down as it goes.
Where's the fun in that? You don't get hard hot glue.
No, that's true. I've got the odd ladder. I'm going to stick up somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to put that.
Got some suggestions.
Yeah. He's not being very nice to me now, is he? Oh, now this is the kitchen roof.
You just committed biological warfare against me.
I have, yeah. That's going on there like that.
You can set the setting thing off, right?
That goes off by itself all the time. That.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Now I know what I haven't brought out here. I left me polystyrene cement in the ass. Unless there's some up in that. See up there on the shelf up there, there's that blue bit sticking out, which is super glue. Next to that, there's a polystyrene cement thing hanging over the edge there. Is there any glue in there? Loads of glue in there. All right. Okay, that could be good. Right, so we're going to go for a chimney type malarkey here. Courtesy of the ash waste build things. So I've got loads of spares. I love those ash waste models. from that last video I did. Interestingly, I haven't finished painting the one that I didn't finish painting, strangely enough. Yeah. What are you doing, you knob? Okay, so
Get a zoom up shot.
okay. Polystyrene cement. Model camera, please. I strongly suspect that, yeah, because the hot glue gun is not in here, sweetheart. Bless, I tell you what, we're an hour into this video and Heidi's still online one way or another. I take it you're watching something else as well and you're only kind of like keeping half an eye on me, aren't you? Yeah? I think the hot glue gun is in the camper van. We'll probably find that tomorrow when we go clear out. We're going to do Operation Grinch Point 2. When we go and clear out the Admiral's house at the Old Royal Naval College. So look, that's a like kind of chimney.
At least it's not as bad as doing Operation Grinch on on the 16th of December.
Oh, that was that funny.
Was harsh.
That is funny. Yeah, definitely one of our favourite things that we have to do. Well, I think it's funny. Is we have Father Christmas work for us. See, that doesn't go with that, which is a real shame. I have several people work for us representing the big red-coated man over the Christmas season, one of which is in the Natural History Museum, which is a great fun. I even got to go and do a day at the Natural History Museum this year. That's our 3rd year of having Father Christmas in the Natural History Museum, and I've never done it. But Father Christmas at the Natural History Museum, Father Christmas at the Natural History Museum this year had a 3-week run, and that's just an absolute killer. So I went and covered him for a day off, which I thought was super generous of me, to be quite honest. He, while he was there, is that going to go in there? Is that dude? Look at that, you fucker. Where was I? Oh yeah, the problem with the Natural History Museum gig is that it runs up to the 21st. We'll get to that in a second, Douglas. It runs up to the 21st of December, which means on the 22nd of December, we had to have a team go into the Natural History Museum and take apart Father Christmas's grotto, and last year was even funnier because last year ended on the 16th.
Yeah.
So we had to clear it on the 16th of December last year, and we call that Operation Grinch because we like taking Christmas apart before it's even started, which is dead funny.
Yeah.
So look, I failed to get matching bits. So, right, to answer Douglas's question that just came there, we are definitely going to be taking an Ark World game to Salute this year. Very briefly, and like I said, we're going to do a Road to Salute series again this year. I'm going to, it's a part of the plan is to get maximum use out of the Kallax units that we used for Salute last year. So that was not a one-off gaming opportunity, and we have a plan for an Ark World game which is going to involve 2 of the Kallax units, one upright and one lying down, and a waterfall and a wizard's tower and stuff. Introductory games for that, I hope. And we'll also hopefully have a game of B&B going as well. I haven't quite got to the state of 2 Fat Lardies in their game zone, but we are going to have 2 games on the individual tables running at Salute last year. That was very slick, by the way. Next year we are going to have 2 separate games running in a Magrathea spirit of the game kind of game zone, which is going to be kind of cool. So who knows? In 2027 we might have. Well, there aren't enough of us to be running 3 games, to be quite honest. But it'll be quite cool to have several games.
We could manage it.
And at some point at Salute, I really, really am going to have to take my Necromunda table.
Yeah.
Because it's big and huge, and people keep asking to see it.
I'm very much personally looking forward to doing the Ark World table.
Yeah, Arkworld's going to be really cool.
I've heard your base idea plans, and after last year, I won't doubt you.
See, there you go. Yeah.
But
it's going to be great.
It is it's a task, and I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be really cool, and it's good though because I don't have to explain to everybody this year, and I'm going to start right at the beginning of January. Last year I started at the end of January, and I nearly bit off more than I could chew. So
It's close.
But and this year the B&B table is just going to be an opportunity to get out a load of really nice B&B scenery and make a cool scenario for that. I think I'm going to go back to Benfleet for that and keep it marsh town based and just have a cool scenario with some really saucy scenery. But I'm not going to make anything specific. I don't think he says that. Famous last words, of course. But I'm not planning on making anything specific for B&B for Salute this year. That would just be a cool table. Whereas Arcworld will be kind of new. Now look, I need you to do me a favour because I need to get into one of these, that top box there. Yeah, pull that out, and that cardboard box that's in there, that brown cardboard box. Pull that out because I am now actually going to dig through the cack. This is my. Not allowed to go very far because the things that I want straight on top. This is some of the spares from the Ash Waste Thatos hab unit because I haven't finished with that project. Well, it's not spares. It's like it's got walkways and various other things, and I haven't finished with that project, so I've got walkways and stuff to build. But rather than slinging it all in the main cack thing, I sensibly have kept it all separate because I'm not a complete idiot. No, don't do that. So yeah, so I need one of these. There we go. I think so. Because I want a chimney thing on top of the kitchen for a start. There we go. Does that go with that? Doesn't even go remotely with that. What the fuck is? Oh no, it does. That's what I wanted. Wanted one of these. Wanted one of those. Wait, come. God, I can do this fucking self. Look. God. There you are. Look. Well, kind of, but it ain't doing anything. Why is it not doing anything?
Oh.
Right, okay, people. Harry's broken it. Right.
I've got nowhere near it.
In the meantime, for those of you who can't see what I'm doing, I'm sticking together 2 bits of plastic kit from Games Workshop. God bless them. Right, so look, there we are. There we go.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. However, this is why you're here. Let's make it work while I'm doing this. And we can keep going, right? When nobody knows we're having technical difficulties, right? And it's really fucking slick. And then it's like, why is that? And there we go. Look, so that's good. It still ain't working. But no pressure. Because I'll keep entertained and amused while we work out what the fuck is going on.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Stick that in there like that.
Figure it out.
Shit, that doesn't fit in there like that.
Oh, don't screw shit up.
Poxy, well, I'm not screwing it up. It's just like, it doesn't work. That's not compatible with that. What the Oh, that's all right. That's good. That's good. Good, right, okay. Well, now it's working now. Look. Still working. Clippity clip, clip. Do you know what? If people are stupid enough to vote for me from a kind of like a hobby hero point of view, and then War Games Illustrated have to go and like look at things, and they kind of check out my latest live stream. They can look at, kind of, what are people? Fucking hell, are people watching this? This kind of big beardy pillock in his workshop just.
I'm not being funny. It's the gaming community.
Gibbering away to himself.
He's not the only one with a big beard.
Well, I know that. Yeah. Well, okay, fair enough. Sadly, these days, just having a big beard is only one of the prerequisites to be in the gaming community. Back in the day when I worked for Games Workshop, there was definitely a type. You would have done all right actually working for Games Workshop in the 1990s. They would have taken one look at you and they go, "Do you know anything about anything?" You would have gone, "Well, I like a bit of 40k," and they would have said, "Look at the size of you, and you got a beard. You're in, son." That would have been it, and you would have been off to Nottingham to go and do your Space Marine Scout training in no time at all. Back in the day, that's what they did, and you used to be able to go to the factory and go and get lead at 20 quid a kilo, which is just absolutely epic. It's really cool. Right, okay, so look, I'm going to mount that in the top there somewhere. I might add that as a kind of chimney kind of thing, so assuming there's going to be an oven or something in that side. Oh, I wonder. I don't well know whether this would be kind of oveny kind of thing there, which will then go up into there, or even if I did that with that. It's so, oh come on, with a thing and a thing, because then that would look like. The problem with these models is they've got these kind of like bits to attach into, right? And then they've got square ones as well. And you have to find crossy ones and squarey ones to just kind of like make your thing that you want to work. And it's like really, really annoying. It's like. That way. I'll do that. No, that's a fucking square. Oh, mate, come on. Knobbly bit. There's one with a squarey bit and a thing. All right, the joiners have got rectangles and squares in. More cutty things. All right, how are we doing anyway?
I think we're up and running as long as the video. Hopefully the video hasn't dropped in quality or anything. So I've had to play around with a lot of things.
Oh well, shouldn't think so. We're right. How's the fishing going?
Yeah. Your wife was talking. Heidi was talking about Stardew.
About what?
Stardew Valley. There's the game she's currently playing.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
And she struggles very heavily with the fishing. So.
Right. Oh, right. Stardew Valley. Right. Okay. Yeah. She does. Right. Yeah. Sorry, I hadn't seen
That's
that.
why for Christmas I almost brought her a big box of seaweed.
What?
Because that's the only thing she can catch when she goes fishing.
Oh, I see. She likes seaweed quite a lot. Although I believe it's got, it's not very good for you when you're trying to lose, lose weight and stuff. You have to get back on the losing
work too
weight
bad
thing.
for the Japanese.
Oh, Jimbo, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Where the hell have you been? I've been doing this for ages now, and we're all good. That's going to go that way.
Technical difficulties.
The technical difficulty. We're coping with the technical difficulties, mate.
I am the technical difficulty.
You are the technical. Yeah, right. That's fair play. Fair point. Well made. Okay, so look, that's going to go in there, right? And then that's going to. I can't believe I'm that bold about it. Right. Okay, getting you up to speed then, Jim. Nice to see you, mate. Happy New Year and that kind. Do we have to start saying Happy New Year yet?
No.
Are we still saying a Merry Christmas?
Still Merry Christmas.
Actually, we shouldn't be saying a Merry Christmas at all, really.
Happy Christmas.
Right, okay. It should be Happy Christmas.
Unless you're drinking, then it is a Merry Christmas.
Sorry?
Unless you're drinking, then it is a
Well,
Merry
yeah,
Christmas.
that's the whole point. Did you know that was actually the case?
Yeah.
Yeah, Happy Christmas was deemed more classy by the Victorians. It started off as Happy Christmas. A long time ago, you wished people a Happy Christmas. And then Merry Christmas became more popular, but especially thanks to, of course, American folk. And then Merry Christmas had too many implications in the English language because Merry Christmas implied that you were getting drunk, and that was disapproved of by the Victorians. Because that sounds far too much like people having fun. So don't bet what? No. The Victorians went to great lengths to try and introduce Happy Christmas rather than Merry Christmas. Although I did read a thing that said Happy Christmas doesn't get mentioned once in A Christmas Carol, but Merry Christmas is in it many, many times. But they did the Night Before Christmas poem originally said Happy Christmas to all, and then got changed to Merry Christmas and got changed back again. Or I did in my version, the one that I do when I'm being the big red man, is a Happy Christmas to all. Now, is that going to fit in there? This is the bit where I'm hoping that's not going to fucking fit, is it? Oh, yes, it is. God, look at that. God, I'm good. And then, so look, I've got now. There's an oven going in there. Then, right, there's a kind of oveny type, heatery type cooking kind of thing going in there, and then I'm going to stick a chimney on the top. And then the funny thing about that is that, and you're not going to be able to tell, but actually, the chimney and the oven, the fireplace, isn't going to. But you see, it could be Happy Holidays as well if you like, actually, Nick, because of course the word holiday is a Christian phrase for holy day anyway. So Happy Holidays is a completely acceptable phrase to use.
Especially because a lot of people just celebrate different holidays around this time.
Yeah. But
there's so many different winter holidays.
Yeah. Absolutely. But you know, you can those people who like want to take back Christmas, you know, and make it putting the Christ back into Christmas and all that bollocks. Happy holidays is a perfectly acceptable kind of thing because a holiday is a particularly a Christian thing.
Yeah.
So you know, and those of us who are complete absolute atheists and don't care, just it's a good excuse to buy stuff for people and you know see family and have fun and that kind of
Well,
thing.
atheism almost goes back into the traditional route of a winter holiday, which is just to get you through a difficult time of year.
Well, this is true. Yeah,
Just, you know, sun getting lower and all that.
yeah, running out of food.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Now, what am I doing now? Who am I? What am I doing? I've got to put a top on this chimney.
You're a Magrathea builder of worlds, and you're attempting to build something.
Oh, I am doing an all right job. Well, I kind of think I am. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, so Jim.
Positions move slightly. So
Yeah, no, it's good. Because I'm looking at this bit here. See, because this under here, smart ass. That's where look, ta-da!
So you brought me for tech support.
I know. But look, this is the bit I'm doing right now, and I'm very aware of where the camera is. I'm getting good at this shit now. So look, there's my oven, my cooking thing in the kitchen of my. So to get Jim up to speed,
where's the IKEA cabinet?
Where's what?
The IKEA cabinets.
Oh, well, no, IKEA wouldn't make stuff for this, mate, because it's all round. See, that's the other problem with kind of like Star Wars archaeology. If so much of it is round, you have to have round furniture. That's a pain in the ass. So yeah. To get my friend Jimbo up to speed, we're making a piece of sci-fi terrain, Star Wars terrain-ish, but could work perfectly well for Stargrave, and you could get away with it for almost any other kind of sci-fi game as well, to be quite honest. But I'm making it out of a cardboard bit of packaging that Heidi's Lola droid for Star Wars cosplay came in, and some other cack. Anyway, so going in here, this is the kitchen area. And that is a kind of like stove type thing, and then I'm going to put a chimney on there like that, and then I don't even care if it doesn't line up proper, like, because you won't actually see it lined up, if you know what I mean. You'll take it off and it doesn't matter if it doesn't line up. I know what I mean. Shut up. So look, I'm going to cut a hole into the roof like that. There we go. Little squarey bit out like that, and then I'm going to get my wheel, my glue again. Yes, Jimbo, I said Star Wars. Is that a problem, sir? Yeah, but not Legion. I'm going to use Star Wars Legion figures, but I'm going to skirmish stuff. My own kind of. Well, I'll say my own kind of like system. I'm not going to use Legends of the Old West, to be quite honest, because Star Wars is a Western anyway. To be, you know, so from that point of view, I don't know, we'll give Imperial Stormtroopers stats and we'll have smugglers and things, and then I can use the various kind of like. Yeah, fuck! I even managed to line it up now, and now it doesn't fit.
You lined it up a little bit too well.
Yeah, bollocks.
If you don't move it quickly, the U will then start to set to the other piece.
The problem is sticking out. What I wanted was the knobbly bit out the bottom to kind of like give me extra kind of like purchase on the inside, but actually it's totally lined up perfectly with that. So I'm going to move this back over there like that, and then hopefully that won't line up as well, and then it'll work. Or alternatively, I could just cut the top off that. That's what I'm going to do. Fuck it. Right, okay, here we go. Are you not watching because I'm going to cut myself?
No, I'm bracing.
I'm using a pair of clippers. I'm not going to hurt myself with a pair of clippers.
No, I'm bracing for it to shoot off.
Oh, I see. Right, brace. Right. Okay.
You know, if you cut yourself, I'd laugh. You know.
Oh, that's fine. That's good. I'm glad to know you're concerned about me.
I'd help you eventually, but I'd have to laugh, and then pretend you haven't cut yourself because Heidi's scary.
Yeah. In a cute kind of way.
Yeah, in an endearing way.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. So look, now I'm doing that like that. Now hopefully that's not going to be too bad. And that lines up. Nice. Okay, so now I've got a chimney on there. I need some other cack on the top of this here while I'm here. So shut your face. Of course it's wonky. It's kind of, yeah, Star Warsy sci-fi. It's kind of
telling me they can make a round cabinet, but they can't put a chimney up straight.
Yeah, it's dirty sci-fi, mate. It's fine. So look, I'm going to put this. I love these. And these are from Necromunda, all the Necromunda spare kits. It's like a water thing with the rest of it, and I'm going to have that.
Really cool.
I'm going to have that on the outside. I think that'll look quite cool. I mean, it could go on the outside, or alternatively, I could stick it on the wall on the inside.
It looks quite cool on the outside.
I quite like. Yeah, I mean,
you'll see the outside more often than you will the inside.
Exactly that. Yeah, I want to detail the inside, but on the whole, most of the inside. That's actually one of the biggest problems with detailing inside of models is, and this is going to be something that comes up in my video about the Green Dragon over there.
Yeah.
Is that I want to detail the inside of the Green Dragon. It's really tempting to have like tables and chairs and stuff in the bar and all sorts of other things, but the problem with that is that it gets in the way if you're putting figures into the actual thing for a game. So
especially when you're starting to make stuff like almost to scale.
Yeah.
Because obviously, no matter how much you make it to scale, your figures have bases.
Yeah. I mean, that actually is one of the pains. I mean, that's definitely one of the pains in the arse about B&B.
Yeah.
And also Arkworld. I mean, everything in Arkworld. There's a bunch of Arkworld figures over here to my right. Here's half a Tenacious D that I'm painting at the minute. And that's a halfling, and he's on a 32mm round base, or however big it is. And when you get to the point where you get here's a lovely beastie, can't remember what they're called, beast folk, beast brute that Heidi's painted, which is cool. That's on a 50mm wide base.
Yeah, they are big figures.
So from a scenery point of view, it's a bit of a pain in the bum, but
it does also make the figures where they're that little bit bigger, with who's kind of got that cartoon art style to his miniature sculpting, which makes them so much easier to paint.
It does, and also on a bigger base that covers it, there's hardly any. I mean, the axe on this guy is sticking out of one side, but the rest of it is very much covered by the base, so it makes the figure less vulnerable when you're playing.
With the exception of the ancient dead spearmen.
Oh yeah, right.
Which are beautiful, beautiful models, but I'm having to get custom foam for them because they're just the spears stick out so far.
But you do, you get spindly model problems all the time, and this is one of the problems with a lot of the really cleverly made workshop plastics now. And anything that's like very dynamic, we're gonna have a really dynamic figure that runs, you know. So this is one of Heidi's Blood Bowl team that she's doing for the kind of like the nightmare kind of Halloween ones, and it's a kind of skeleton standing on one leg, and it's broken a couple of times. We stuck it a couple of times, and now at the point of bollocks. So we've just kind of like stuck him coming out of the ground and left his leg lying on the floor. But there's a lot of figures like that. It's like Carnivale figures. What a nightmare they are.
Oh god.
Lovely.
Look at them in the wrong direction, they turn to powder.
Yeah, beautiful sculpts, but just kind of like they're.
I don't know what the resin type that they use for those are, but they.
I think it's called bag of shite. Actually.
Yeah.
I think that's the technical name for the resin that they
Isn't that where isn't that in the Deathly Hallows where Harry Potter used to live?
Bag of shite.
Yeah. It's bag shot, sorry.
It's close. Yeah, it's very good. See, they even got Harry Potter reference in this evening. That I wasn't expecting. So,
neither was I, to be honest.
Right, let's go on the outside of this building and all. In fact, I might put it there like that. That's kind of cool. Yep, we're going with the old hold it while it sticks motif. So yeah, so we're kind of like coming on. So it's nice. There's plenty of room inside this model to actually play, which is kind of cool. So it could do with a back passage for a back door. One door in and out might not be enough, so I might have to find another place where we could put another door. Purely because from a skirmish point of view, that will make it a little bit more interesting. But I've got these kind of like nice corridors. So you come in through the front door here, and then it's quite cool. You've got the front door. Where's my front door? It's not in the bleeding picture. Here we go. Here's the minute. Now I've got too much shit on the table. So the front door here is under this canopy. So you come in here and you go down this very narrow corridor here into the kitchen space, or through this into the living room space here. But there is quite a lot of room, as you can see. I can put a few Star Warsy Legion figures in there. It's quite a decent space there. There's enough room in that for me to be able to kind of kit it out a little bit, I think, with some kind of furniture one way or another. And then there's a corridor off here into a bedroom or storeroom or whatever else. which is kind of nice. So I like that coming on. So yeah, I need other stuff now, I think, on the roof. That works. So yeah, that's kind of cool.
Having people ask for another little pup date.
How the pups doing? Oh man. Right, okay, so yeah, see, this is what happens if you don't arrive on time, Jim, and you sit around and watch Keira Knightley on Netflix, because we did a pup date a little while ago.
I would say that Ahsoka's a lot more interesting than Keira Knightley.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Keira Knightley, well, Ahsoka's wetter than Keira Knightley, you know?
Better conversation.
Better conversation as well. There is no plan to hold the roofs on at the moment, Gary. They're just going to sit there and look nice.
That's what I'm doing. Well,
Which apparently is what your son's doing. Yeah,
other than the look nice part.
I could maybe put some like little kind of pegs, stick some pegs on the inside, so they just kind of like hold it in place. That might work. But yeah, I mean, they sit on there quite nicely. So from that point of view, I suppose I need a plan to do that. Gary's just chucking. I mean, at a minute, it just needs more jizz on it. Not jizz. That's the wrong word.
Do I have a kill the stream button?
Did I just say jizz out loud?
On stream.
On stream. I mean, it needs more stuff on the outside. That's better, isn't it? Look, I've got another one of those for a start. That's different now. Oh, cool. Okay.
Maybe pick a non-white one.
Yeah. Stuff or gear. Thanks, Gal.
I don't think we should be putting gear on stream either.
Yeah, well, we could do that. It's like right.
Magrathea gets buffed.
Okay, so look, there's some cable in there I can run from out the roof, maybe, possibly. You don't know where it's going to go to. I'll do that like that. That'd be kind of cool. This is the bit I kind of like, really, because it's just like talking nonsense and
it's the stuff you're good at.
Yeah, what, talking nonsense? Thank you kindly. But just kind of fiddling with things and going, oh, that'll work there. That'll look kind of cool. So I'm going to do that. It's a good bit. It's one of those things where it's really tempting to kind of like, oh, stick loads of aerials on, loads of aerials and loads of other things, and then I know that'll be the first thing to get broken when you put it away. But it will also give some interesting things to paint. So from that point of view, I say that quite a lot, I believe. From that point of view, I'm led to believe that that's one of the things that I say. Yeah, it's very much a kind of thing that just kind of comes up. I punctuate with, well, from that point of view, and other things like that. See, I like this one, but I haven't found the other.
I imagine it comes from being a teacher and having to show different perspectives.
Yeah, it could well be actually. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
I haven't thought it from that point of view.
Very good. See what you did there. Yeah. So right, okay. We've got this bit. That bit's not shot there now. Look, go over that way there with that. Didn't take the whole thing. Fuck off. That wasn't part of the plan, was it? Just knock that over. God damn it. Arseholes. Oh, I'll take that off like that because I can see what I'm doing then. Yeah, I meant to push the whole one. I'm going to push the whole thing over like that. Don't you do that. I'm going to get a slap. Bits of trim. What I'm after now more than anything else is just stuff to give a bit of variation and kind of texture for when you're painting, because it's no secret that I love to paint these things. So from that point of view, there we go. So from that point of view, yeah,
that's a good point. You were just talking about the style of music.
Star Wars versions of jazz. Hey, yeah, well, that's that that bit about here is a wretched hive of scum and villainy, the most dangerous people in the galaxy. Any one of them, don't look at them the wrong way, because if you look at them the wrong way, they're likely to kind of cut your fucking arm off or something. Really? Yeah. Okay, what kind of music are they playing here? Light jazz.
Attempting the kind of speakeasy look, but achieved more of the sort of theatre kid music style.
Yeah. God, I had to spend a large chunk of December with a bunch of theatre kids. Who were the elves at one of the Christmas events I was doing. And in fairness, right, they were lovely, lovely people to a person. They were a bit much, to be quite honest. In fact, they still had the same amount of energy on December the 23rd they did when I first met them on November the 1st. And yeah, some of them were just.
It's almost like they were being elves, Tim. That's their point, is to
Yeah,
be
I know,
high energy.
but they weren't all like that. Some of them were really great. There was a lass called Maple, her elf name was. Sophia, her real name was. And I had the pleasure of sitting for the first. My role in that place, obviously, was the big guy. So he was at the end of the event. So the families are in doing stuff before they get to you. And yeah, so you had a chance to chat with your elf first thing in the morning, because I was ready at 9 and we might not see a family till 9:30, 10:15. And chatting with Sophia was very refreshing, because she wasn't like most of the theatre kids who were, yeah, very kind of like, give them any opportunity, breaking into song. Apparently the elf's break room was like a scene from High School Musical. And Sophia was a bit darker than that. And she was just like, I can't cope with all the singing.
Unfortunate timing of the release of the new Wicked movie.
Oh, mate, yeah, so many of them were so excited about the Wicked movie, it was ridiculous. And I was just like, oh, good, right, yeah, that sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Nice. Sounds just right on my street. Just the
Please
kind
stop
of thing.
trying to imitate Ariana Grande's vocal. She's already screechy enough.
That's just the kind of thing that I'm bound to rush out and see. It's like I literally finished on I was there on the weekend it came out. And they're like, are you going to go see it? No.
What do you mean, Tim?
I have no desire to. Fell off.
Wicked seems so up your alley.
I'll tell you what, mate. It's so not up my alley. Apart from anything else, I'd just sit there the entire time as a parent and go, those young ladies all need to eat a few more pies. Yeah. A bit more TLC. And, oh, for fuck's sake. Right, that clearly is not going to stick on like that. Back to the drawing board on that plan. But yeah, so it's
demonstrating the wonderful stringing effects of Yoo-hoo in the process.
It's good though. It'll get there. I'll give it a minute or two. It'll go off. Right, okay, ready for some more plastic ping around the room. So yeah, yeah, it was. They were nice. They were nice kids, and they worked damn hard. And on the days when it poured down with rain, and we'd had one weekend where it just rained and rained and rained, and I was inside, which was mildly better than being outside in the pouring rain. How they managed to keep going for hours was a bit beyond me, but they did a damn good job. Well, yeah,
it's crazy that there is 34 people currently sat here listening
to me whittering on about my Christmas gigs. Yeah, and I met some outstanding people. Apparently, there were a number of celebrities who came around, various Towie people who I got asked. Gemma Collins was one, and the other person another day, no idea. And I had a couple of occasions when the management said to me at the end of the day, "Oh, how'd you get on with the celebrities?" I was like, "Celebrities? Were there some?" No idea who you're talking about.
To be honest, I don't think I would be able to recognise.
I didn't recognise any of them. It's just like, it's just there was some.
Were they a musician? No. Were they in the reenactment field or?
Yeah. Did they do
or in
history
fantasy
stuff?
or sci-fi movies?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, then I'm not going to recognise them.
No. That was exactly it. I was just like, oh, good. What I met was an awful lot of people who made me super proud to come from Essex. Oh no, that wasn't the case at all. No. I met an awful lot of people who just kind of like made me cry that I actually came from the same county as they did.
Yeah.
But hey ho, that's the way. They were there. They were having a lovely time, and and I got paid, so rocking.
And you spread festive cheer.
And I spread festive cheer to thousands of children, and that's what it's all about.
And the money.
No, it's not. I do it for love, mate. Don't get paid for Father Christmas. You don't get paid to Father Christmas gig. It's all about money. It's all good. Right, now I'm going to ladder, different ladders. I'm going to put a ladder up the side of one of these so you can access the roof easily. That's nice. Oh, that's a good one. How about that?
Well, they do that. The roof comes off. Pain in the ass to take the roof.
Don't be picky. Otherwise I might have to punch you. And I like you at the minute. So, right, now that's a good one.
We need just like a handful of just stuff. So you've got the cack box, then throw at Harry box.
Same box, mate. Although the throw at Harry,
you don't want to waste useful cack.
The throw at Harry box will have sharper things in it.
So you're going to go out and pick out a bunch of Skaven spears.
Yeah. Warhammer Fantasy Battle 4th Edition Goblin Spearman, mate. That's what it was. For those of us who are that old and can remember that edition of Warhammer coming out, I don't know how many people.
What year did that release?
About 1992 ish.
So,
I'm guessing.
Another 11 years before I'm born. Then.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I don't know how many of the people watching tonight would either I be playing Warhammer back in the early 90s or be remember that. But the Goblin Spearman, Warhammer Fantasy Battle 4 was the first, one of their very first complete war games in a box. Right, so you got the rules and you got miniatures and everything else. And it was what was it? It was goblins against high elves. I seem to remember.
A lot of pointy stuff then.
There's a lot of pointy stuff because the high elves there was a spearman regiment then, but it was the first time they got into really colour producing plastic figures in the game. It's cool, and you got like 20 goblin spearmen, that ranked up nicely, and the spears on these plastic spears they were super sharp, and you used to kind of like lean across the table and put your hand down on a mass unit, and without knowing about it, you'd stick your hand on top of a unit and you lift your hand up, you'd have all these spearmen like stuck in your hand. Freaking painful. The elf spears weren't anywhere near as pointy, so from that point of view, you were a lot safer if you were playing elves rather than gobos. But yeah, that was good, and that was a long time ago. Now, in fact, before I started working for Workshop,
it's 33 years ago.
no, it's what's it, 2025?
It was 11 years before I was born.
Oh, what you mean the game coming out?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Mine was when I was working for Workshop. I worked for Workshop this 30 years ago. Shit, 30 years ago I was working for Games Workshop.
Yeah.
I worked at Southend, the Games Workshop store in Southend, which is across the. Yeah. Well. See, Mark, I didn't buy Rogue Trader. I won a copy from White Dwarf. What was that, 1987 or so?
Even back then, you were getting free stuff.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you had to enter competition. I got the box set, and you got the Beaky Space Marines and a box of Space Hulk Raiders.
What is Rogue Trader?
Rogue Trader is the first edition of Warhammer 40,000.
Oh, okay, cool.
The first edition of Warhammer 40,000 was called Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, and it was more. They hadn't really decided what it was. It did have a mass kind of combat system in it, but it was also there was a lot of potential for role playing too.
That's very cool.
So it was a good. It was that was their. Yes, the 40k when it came out, and it came out soon after, or around about, I can't remember which, it must have come out after Warhammer Fantasy Battle 3. And Warhammer Fantasy Battle 3 was just a hardback book. Was the last time Warhammer was considered by many to be a proper war game. And that was when that came out. The edition of Warhammer, White Dwarf, that Warhammer Fantasy Battle 3 came out of flexi disc on the outside of White Dwarf, and it was yeah, man, it was quality, and the old fogies out there might remember that
what a flexi disc is.
What a flexi disc is, and what the track was. Because it was at the point when Games Workshop were dabbling with other things in Nottingham, mainly heavy metal and proper death metal, and it was a track by a band called Sabbat,
right?
Who were a death metal band, and the track was called "Blood for the Blood God," and it was quality. Yeah. So yeah, that was Warhammer Fantasy Battle 3, and then 40k came out after that. But when Warhammer Fantasy Battle 4 came out, that was the first time they did a box game, and you got like best part of 100 figures and stuff. But it was 30 years ago since I was working for Workshop.
I do love, in terms of English-run companies and stuff like that. I have to admit, Warhammer is like one of the ones I do love the most, because just what they managed to achieve and what they've done and what they've grown on to become. It's just impressive. Yeah, it's just wonderful.
I find it super fascinating because you get this. Of course, there are loads of people who are Workshop haters because they're a company. They deign to dare to make money and have to keep refreshing it. And a lot of old school gamers are just like, oh, Games Workshop, they're all about the money. It's like they've always been about the money. It's never not been about the money. And in the way that people used to complain, I remember White Dwarf, it was also so much better before Games Workshop owned it. Games Workshop always owned it. And yeah, it was cool though. It's been an up and down kind of company to work for. Yeah, that terrain was the that you're talking about, Jim, was the first scenario. The scenario in the in 40k in Rogue Trader. I've got a copy around somewhere. I don't know where it is. Which was Crimson Fist Marines against Space Hawks. It was kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, see, Mark's old as well. I've got Fantasy Battle 2 in here, so yeah, here we go. Look. Yeah, this one, Mark. Yeah. Warhammer Fantasy Battle 2, box game, kind of cool. Different sets of rules. This is where I fell in love with the idea of a dwarf having a steamship. There's a scenario in here with a paddle steamer in this called the Volkswagen, which is kind of cool. So yeah, yeah, I've got some old shit on my shelves. But yeah, I don't know where my copy of Rogue Trader is. It's around somewhere. But I've got yeah. So
Couldn't tell you like steamships at all, Tim.
yeah, no, it's kind of that thing.
No clue that you like steamships.
Airships.
No evidence that you have.
So yeah, when I worked for Workshop, the thing I'm missing, Mark, is half of the scenario pack, which I'm really gutted about because the rest of that box is complete. But yeah, when I worked for Workshop, talking of good companies to work for and British companies, and we used to get we got a Christmas bonus that year, which was every member staff members had been working for a long time, and I'd only been working for them. The Christmas I worked for them, I'd only been working for them for 3 months. So I haven't been working enough, but staff members have been working for a long time. Got a monetary bonus.
Okay.
Depending on number of years served. But every member of staff also got real ale. So the delivery for Christmas, we got boxes delivered with our delivery to the store. Every one of us got a box like this, which was Bugman's 4X ale.
That's fair.
And it was like 20 pints of beer to each staff member. Because they really fucking knew who they were working for, you know.
It's really cool. I've always been a big believer in looking after staff and stuff like that and workers.
Yeah, I mean, they always knew. I mean, again, I don't know what it's like nowadays working for them. It seems to be a lot harder. A lot of their stores are one-man stores. So Warhammer store in Southend is run by one dude. You know, I think you might have the odd key timer at busy times of year to come and help him. Whereas when I worked at Games Workshop in Southend, we had 3. There was Dave Nolan was the shop manager, and there was me and a guy called Darren McIninch, who were full timers, and then we had a couple of key timers. So we had like 5 members of staff in this shop. Whereas now they completely changed it. But they were also, you know, 94 was in Lakeside Shopping Centre. Yeah, 15 quid about it. Well, but yeah. Yeah, because then I went on and I worked at Lakeside. I moved to the Lakeside store. We're just talking about Lakeside.
Oh yeah, I know.
The Lakeside store used to be at the top of the escalator. You used to go HMV at the bottom stairs, up the escalator. And Workshop was there.
Still there when I was a kid.
Yeah, and working for Workshop again. They totally understood what they were doing from a retail point of view and customer service point of view. And we all find it a bit irritating nowadays when you go to a workshop and they come up, you know, what you're working on nowadays and what you do this and the other. But it's all about striking up a rapport. But I remember after the Christmas in 1990, this was 1996, a mum brought a kid in and he got a brand new wood elf dragon, forest dragon, right? Awesome model. And he made a right mess of sticking it together, and that was 25 quid those days. I mean, nowadays you're looking at, you know, best part of £100 for that kind of.
Yeah, I'd say you're looking at 60,
but
70.
Putting together a white metal kit in those days was a complicated thing, and we basically just took another cake. We said to Mum, "How long you be in the shopping centre?" "Oh, I'm going to be here for a couple of hours," and she left her 11-year-old, 12-year-old with us, and I sat down with him and took a new model off the shelf. Pinned together this figure and super glued it together with him, and when his mum came back, he was walking out the store with a new version of that model, all stuck together properly, and we kept the old one. Customer for life, you know. I mean, that kind of attitude was a really cool way of, you know, working with people. Yeah. So I like working for them.
I still remember all my first experiences with Warhammer, which was funny enough, Lakeside. So going up those escalators, and they had the big Space Marine outside the door.
Right, yeah.
And that's where I kind of, because actually, funny enough, in that Lakeside, you also had another store that had like a metal Predator.
Yep.
It was so that's where I kind of fell in love with that sort of stuff. And then kind of through the years, Dad took me to one of the painting experiences, and I believe it was Darren who then took me and taught me how to do the baseline of painting and stuff like that. And it was.
Well, Darren's an awesome painter. It's a couple of years since I've seen him, and of course he went on to work for Wayland Games.
Yes.
Top bloke.
Right, he still gave me painting advice.
Yeah. I saw him down your road a little while ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. We were coming around yours, and he was walking down the end, and it was like, I wonder if he actually. Anyway, enough about gamers in Essex who may or may not live down Gary's Road, or Harry's Road. Come to that.
And here's the address.
but yeah, it was. I enjoyed working for Workshop, and for many years, even when I kind of like qualified as a teacher and I was having fun being a teacher, I used to say to people that working for Workshop was one of the best jobs I ever had. Well, that was mainly because it never really felt like a job.
Yeah.
I didn't. We were just painting figures when it was crap. Tuesdays in Southend was always crap, but you paint your figures, you play games, and never felt like I was selling anybody anything. But they completely changed the way the gaming world works from a shop point of view. All these stores now that have painting tables and gaming tables, and the fact that they went over to going, we're going to close on certain days, or we're not going to open until. When I worked for them, it's a case of the store didn't open until 10, but nowadays most of them don't open until midday, and they stay open late because they recognise what the customers are doing, and all of that was
very, very intelligent marketing.
Super clever way of working, but also it always felt like they were doing their customers a favour. Games Workshop were the second company, I think, in the United Kingdom who went over to round pound prices. I don't know whether they still do. I think they still do. But instead, and they got rid of the 99p price tag.
Okay.
Marks and Spencers, I think, were the first company to get rid of a 99p price tag and went over to go around to, because they were making it more convenient for you, for the customer.
Yeah.
But actually, the fact they managed to put a penny on absolutely every product they sold, fucking genius. But it was done for the convenience of the punters, not for anybody else. Yeah, dead good. Okay, so how are we doing? Look, it's coming along. So what's been your favourite build you've done? Oh, mate. Do you know what? I don't know now. It's really difficult because I've been doing this for 5 years, just from a Magrathea point of view. It's 5 and a bit years I've been doing this now. So I don't know. I tell you what. While we're sitting here and everybody else is watching, if you are a long time viewer of my channel, what's been your favourite build of mine? That's a really cool question. I'd really love to. Actually, there are models that I'd like to get back. I'd really like the Rebel Abbey back from Black Dragon Miniatures. That was a really cool model. I really like doing that. And of course, that was a massive car build, and I was making that in 2020. That was during the pandemic. Really, no, it must have been 2021, second year of the pandemic, because I built a lot of it when I was staying at my mum's house because she was in her final months of her life, and I did a lot of model making late at night, and so yeah, it's so definitely that model is one of my favourite builds. I really enjoyed the tumbling feather that I made for Matt Callow as well, Nandra Callow, for a Patreon build for B&B. Yeah, you go, Rebel. Thank you, Mrs. Crocker. Yeah, it's a brilliant model. I really, really love it. I need to go to Black Dragon just to go and see it again. Yeah. But yeah, I really like making the tumbling feather for Matt. That was really cool. I'd like to get that model back.
The jousting one you done for Black Dragon.
Oh, that was really cool. Nice, yeah, actually, well, yeah. That was the. Yeah, because that's quite that was quite a nice little vignette.
Yeah.
The Sumpsea Enforcers station. So the model built on the Playmobil ferry. That's a really cool model. I like that. And actually, I like some of my stuff that I haven't done on this channel that I did beforehand, or I was just doing around about that. One of my favourite models I made was for my Wild West setup. I've got a 40mm Wild West town that I built, and one of those models was based on three. Well, it's one building, but it looks like three buildings. Disneyland Paris, in Frontierland. So I like that as a model as well. But it's really hard to pick out a favourite.
For me, it's Ballaloon.
The Lunar stuff.
Yeah,
the whole
just because
thing.
when we first sat down as a gaming group, and then you explained it to us all, and then just Mike's face after you explained it all, and just it was one of those ones, and then suddenly you pulled it off, and it
the Lunar model was massive. The layout, I like doing big layout stuff.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool, especially as the irony is that we play little games. We play games that need 5 or 6 figures.
Yeah.
So the thing I don't need is a 10-foot by 6-foot table to play on, which is what the Lunar table was.
Yeah.
What's my favourite Greebly or bit? Jesus. Yeah, you're right. There must be some things that get used a lot and I don't notice. It's when you can use things for quite a lot of other bits and pieces. I suppose. I mean, the Necromunda. This ash waste stuff that I'm using on this model, actually, is really useful. Thanks, Gordon. Yeah. Oh, you made me feel young now, Gordon. I can go and dye my beard a different colour, make it look like Harry's. No shit, then I'd really look like his dad. Yeah. Actually, more like his dad, and his dad looks like his dad, so that'll be a bad thing.
It has been mistaken to in the past.
It has, yeah. What else? Stupidly, I liked that the video I did about the the Fallout. Actually, a lot of the Patreon builds. Thinking about it, I really enjoyed the Fallout diner that I made out of flower pots. I think they were. That was cool. And then the biodome out of a colander. Well, I stole a colander out of the kitchen and cut it up, which seemed like a good idea at the time. Apart from it took quite a lot of cutting up to actually get into it.
Until we needed a colander
as
well.
And then the profiterole biodomes were made recently. They're kind of cool. I like those a lot. We like the profiteroles mainly because I got to eat a lot of profiteroles before I started. What? It's a perfectly legit thing. It was junk modelling, it was scratch building, and I got to eat tiny shoe buns full of cream with chocolate on top. I love a profiterole, and I have not had any profiteroles for Christmas this year, which is bad, You've still got loads of unpainted figures from August. So yeah, I mean, how big is Gordon? How big is your pile of potential? Does it all fall out of a cupboard on you? Because mine's nowhere near as big as it used to be. Actually, I've tried to narrow down the number of games that I play or fantasise about
So
playing.
you started paying Jackson to paint stuff for you.
I also have a number of people paint figures for me. Yeah, including Edward Jackson, Anton Cook, and Simon Purdue. I've made good use of painters in the last 2 or 3 years. Fuck off! I painted all my B&B figures. I painted myself. I'm painting all my own Arc World figures.
How many Star Wars Legion figures did you paint?
No.
How many Judge Dredd figures did you paint?
Well, all right, I didn't paint any of the Judge Dredd figures.
How many boxes of Judge Dredd figures do you have?
Quite a few. Yeah. 3. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I didn't paint any of the Judge Dredd figures. There you go. Thank you very much, Douglas. I couldn't agree more. Profiteroles are energy boosters.
Do you reckon we can get sponsored by Profiteroles?
Sainsbury's Profiteroles. No, I genuinely think I need to be sponsored by Coca-Cola Schweppes, to be quite honest. But I don't mind every now and then gaming companies chucking me some sponsorship. Irongate Scenery and their nice tavern I've got over there in the next video. There's a lot of value in that. So, saying that, I've had to buy loads of other stuff on them as well. But it is kind of cool. I mean, I've got... Give me a hobbit hole or something. Now, of course, Irongate are pretty cool. I mean, this is kind of cute. Check this out. There we are. This is from Irongate. Although the Irongate are very clever because they print stuff, but they don't design it themselves. So this is made under license, but it's quite a nice little model. And then actually, there's another project to come with iron gate stuff, because over there somewhere, oh fuck, I don't know where it is. Over there somewhere, I've got a laptop. That's not it. And there's my paint tray, and then oh no, they're not. Hang on. Oh look, there they are. I organised and tidied up the other day. All right, so this is an iron gate. I think they're licensed from a company called Dark Realms. I think that's what it's called. Could be wrong. Dark something. Anyway, this is a Hobbit house. Guess that black one. Watch out for the back. It's all piled up over here. You can't see all the shit over here. It looks terrible over it. So this is I'm getting sidetracked from your model now, but hey. So this is a Hobbit house that I've got to paint. That's going to feature in my Scouring the Shire campaign. And it's cracking. Look, it's a really nice model. Several rooms, bit on the top, nice detail, door that opens, and it's got all this kind of like surrounding terrain, so it will sit nicely on the tabletop. Now my thing is that I had to lean into getting some of this printed terrain and painting it up and all that kind of thing, because otherwise I'd never play the Middle-earth Middle-earth strategy battle game campaign, the Scouring Shire, that I wanted to, because I would spend all my time making terrain. It'll be another year or more if I did it. But I do want to make some custom terrain for it and not just use printed, ready prepared stuff. But then I had this cunning idea, which was, I wonder if the nice guys at Irongate would print me only part of these models and sell me only part of the models. So this one, which I've got, and in fact I've even got that, I think is one of these, or similar. This is a different model. They've printed me the bit that makes the house, right, but not the roof or the surrounds, which I reckon they probably do for other people. And then I'm going to sink this into 50mm XPS foam and make a couple of smiles, as they're called, in the Shire. Did you know that? Hobbit holes in the ground called smiles.
They're called smiles.
SMAIL. Yes, smiles. And I'm going to sink these into 50mm XPS, and I'll have a couple in the hillside, and that'll work really well. But I won't have to make them, so it's kind of cool. So that is a project that is coming in the new year as well. Anyway, let's get back to this model here, and yeah, my subsea to Port Town inspired me to start building terrain. I made 2 tiles so far. Reading that G4T2, catchy name by the way, really makes me smile, because that's pretty much, it's not the main reason why I do this. The main reason why I did this, I suppose, in the first place was to get through the pandemic without going mad. But nowadays, it is certainly a major reason for doing what I do, is that I like other people to kind of like have a go at these things and think that they can do it, and it's, you know, I like to take away some of the mystique of making scenery, because too often than not, what you get with other, I think with other YouTubers, is either you don't see enough of the process, and you just get this amazing finished thing, or you get amazing guys like Zorpasol, who is one of the only blokes I do kind of like watch every now and then, who's a Kiwi, or he's a Aussie who lives in New Zealand now, but he makes incredible Middle-earth scenery. But he's also one of these guys who workshops send him like a pallet of Rohirrim terrain, and then he builds all of Edoras. And when you get to a point where you get like, I don't know, £2,000 worth of plastics, you can really go for that. So the fact that my Sump Sea is all bought and paid for by me, and I've never had anything cheap out of it. You know, I've gone to FLGS's and bought stuff cheap, but all of those kits and everything else I've bought that hasn't been through sponsorship means that, you know, you can do it yourself. It's a practical kind of thing. You know.
Got a good question from Ironic Ignorance. How do you get over perfectionism and just finish your build, especially getting through the mental block stage?
It depends what I'm building. In the end, I want to get it on the tabletop. I think it's really tricky because I think actually I want to be a perfectionist, but my ADHD won't allow me to be. And this is why I'm not. I don't have a diagnosis. I don't have a diagnosis, but I'm very aware of neurodiversity, and I have good friends who are neurospicy, aren't you, Harry? Yeah,
Just a little bit.
And my son has autism, and my wife is diagnosed autistic. And when I look back at all, and Nate is also diagnosed ADHD, and he can hyperfocus. And when I've looked back over the years and looked back at myself and take time to think about it, I've got to have ADHD to a certain extent. I swing from having 1,000 ideas and not being able to stick to one, to getting crippling stagnation and not knowing what to do next. From a work point of view, I have it, and from a hobby point of view, I have 10, 12 different jobs on all at the same time. Hobby wise, I want to do them all, and I go, right, I've got 2 hours of hobby time. I could go and sit in the workshop, and I could go and get on with do something. And I'll waste 2 hours watching shit YouTube videos of late night American TV hosts is what I watch.
Yep.
And not do a thing and waste it because I just haven't got. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of ADHD has contributed to my the things that I make and what I do. And I've found actually this channel has been super helpful to get projects done. I've found setting myself deadlines like a wargaming show like Salute. The reason why I like to go to Salute and take games to Salute is I can use it as a definite fixed kind of point. I'm going to do a new thing. It's going to be done by that point there, and I'm going to build this stuff forward. That works really, really well. And I think that I get bored with a project. So in the end, I would, if I was super autistic, I'm not super autistic. If I was autistic like Heidi's autistic, I don't know if she's still watching now. I'm sure she's. I mean, and Heidi's a very, very experienced SEND expert, Senko, and knows an awful lot more about autism and ADHD than I do. And she understands herself very well. She is a perfectionist. Kimmel and Colbert and Jon Stewart are my favourite. Jon Stewart is my absolute favourite on Daily Show. I think Heidi's a perfectionist and is never happy with what she's done. So she hasn't painted for a long time. Painted this figure recently from Arc World, one of the Beast Folk figures. I think it's a really, really lovely. It's a really lovely figure. B, it's a. I can get under there. That's better. That focus is better. There we go. Smashing model. Really nice paint job. Simple, nice, clean. Blood Bowl figure she's painting at the moment. But she's an absolute perfectionist. She's never happy with what she's done. Yep. Always self-critical. Really self-critical.
There's very few crafts that she can't do as well.
God, yeah. Whereas me, I get to the point where I get bored with a thing.
Yeah.
And I want to get on and do the next thing. So I actually come to the point where it's like, right, fuck it, that'll do. Yeah. It's like the Necromunda builds, the Hab units I've done recently. I could spend. The problem with, I love those. Give some over here. This is one of the ones I did. So this is that extended Hab unit from That'l's pattern Hab unit for. I can use this for Star Wars and I can use this for Necromunda or the rest of it. Work really well on the subsea. It's a really lovely model. The kits are fantastic. I could spend hours and hours and hours painting every detail on the inside, and I haven't because I got to the point where it's okay, so I need to do the next project. I want to get on and do it. It's a lovely, lovely model. It will look lovely on the table. I could add more detail to it, more bits of model. I could paint it more, but I want to get on and do the next thing. So I think I do sometimes have kind of crippling inactivity and procrastination, which is only something that I've recognised in the last year or so.
Yeah.
Up till then, I always did it, but I never knew what the problem was. Now it doesn't make a difference. I know what the problem is. It still doesn't actually make it any easier. But then I suffer from having a zillion ideas, and my mind racing at 100 miles an hour. At the minute, I need to be planning a tutor event for the old Royal Naval College for next year. Pirate event. I want to be writing. I'm writing Norse myths, my versions of Norse myths, so other people can use them to tell stories. I'm writing pirate stories about Captain Henry Every. I want to make Arkworld models. I want to make Guards of Traitors Toll models. I want to make Star Wars models. I want to make new Viking kit. I want to, there are a million things I want to
Teaching
do.
yourself how to carve.
Carving, wood carving. So it's very difficult. So,
good question though.
but it is a really cool question, and I think I'm not a perfectionist like my wife is. I'm a that'll do kind of bloke. Fuck it, move on and do the next thing.
Yeah.
That's why I get really frustrated painting the scenery that I make.
Yeah.
Because for me, the excitement is the making of the model, and then I just want it done. And I need other painters really, not to make money out of them or anything else, or make just so I can have a production line going. I've done a bit I really enjoy. Somebody else finishes for me now.
Yeah, I think that's also a big part of mental health is just finding those little coping things for you. It's for the thing you need to do to your hobby that you love. If you really struggle with the painting and it's a massive slog, and you have the money to do so, pay someone else to paint them for you, so you can play with your figures. You know?
I can't bring myself nowadays. I can't bring myself to play a game without painting figures. So if I hadn't have painted Ook, I hadn't paid Ook to paint those Judge Dredd figures for me, Judge Dredd would never have happened. It'd all still be in that cupboard over there. That's. But this whole hobby is super important for mental health.
Yeah, completely.
And Gordon, if Gordon's still watching, who was talking about a workshop for his workshop in London, and made me feel young. Gordon was the first guy that I spoke to properly after the pandemic.
Yeah.
About Magrathea Builder Worlds. He came up to me at Selwig, the penultimate Selwig that was at Lee Valley, or the first one after. It was a weird show, and he was the first guy who said to me, your YouTube channel helped me during the pandemic, and it had never occurred to me that I was doing a thing for me, for my mental health. Heidi said to me, make videos, do this, people like to do it. And it never occurred to me that what I was doing was having an impact on other people as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that this channel has done that, and blokes are not very good at being
no.
Admitting to mental health issues, and they're not very good at talking to each other.
It's taboo to talk about it.
Yeah.
Not considered taboo.
And this is not groundbreaking shit. I'm just a beardy geezer sat in a shed talking bollocks. And when you go back and look over my videos from the start, you can trace the sheds apart from anything else. But it's been. I'm really pleased that what I've done has had an impact on other people, for other people as well. It's cool.
So we have another message from Douglas. I apologise, I cannot say.
Piercy, man.
Piercy, thank you. About started the sewer system, and I've done squat build based on Anthill Mob.
On the Anthill Mob? No shit, how does that go? That must be. Do you know where the Anthill Mob was?
No.
Right. Okay, so have you ever heard of Wacky Races?
Oh yeah.
With Dustley and Muttley and the Anthill Mob were one of the teams in the Wacky Races. And they were Google it. They were the Anthill Mob were basically a bunch of gangsters in a big limo, which is fucking ace. So it's like
Oh yeah.
You're welcome, Nick. Yeah. But you see, one of the things I love about this hobby is that how it works with different people. So some people love to paint figures, that's all they do. Some people, me, I'm quite happy, I don't have to play games. The first two videos I've made for the Middle Earth campaign, I haven't actually rolled any dice. Ted and Laura have done the gaming, and I've just facilitated and done the rules, and I had a really great look at table and all the rest of it. And we had a really fun evening both times playing, but I haven't actually played yet, and I'm cool with that. Because for me, it's about. I never realised actually what a good name Magrathea Build a World Plus going to be, because actually it really works.
It's very fitting.
You know, because I like building the worlds. That's the bit that I enjoy the most. So yeah, from that point of view, there we go. From that point of view, there we go. Oh, somebody asked me what one of my favourite greeblies. This is one of my favourite greeblies. This is a piece of piping and kind of like thing from. Can we change cameras?
Yep.
I've got a whole bunch of these. These are really neat. This is from a Doctor Who kit from a few years ago when Nate was little, which was not Lego. It was kind of like Lego, but not Lego. And this was from a TARDIS model that was probably actually based on.
I remember those.
Probably Tennant's TARDIS, which was designed by a reenactor mate of mine.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, a guy called Dickin. I don't know if you met Dickin. Matt Wood, his name is. He was the art director on the Tennant Doctor Who's and on Torchwood.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Anyway, these were it was a real pain in the arse, this model, and you had to. It fell apart. It was shit. It wasn't anywhere near as good as Lego, and all the Lego falls apart. This thing you had to super glue it together to actually make it kind of like usable and playable thing. And eventually, when it got rid of, I had all these pipes. I'm running out of them now. This is my Ark World. Got him out earlier. Ark World Ogre. It's not scuba diver. He's an aeronaut. All right. He's from an airship.
He's scuba diving, so it's gone really wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. He's from an airship, but he has got an air tank on his back now, and one of these pipes that goes over here, over his shoulder, to a breathing apparatus, which is kind of cool. So I've got a few of these left that can't eat. So that is actually one of my favourite Cribblies. What an excellent question that was. So look, we're gonna...
very lovely message from Gordon. I'm still watching, and it was a great meet. I have followed you ever since. Thanks for the journey.
I mean, it was that meeting actually. It was extraordinary what it meant to me on that day at Lee Valley, because I mean, you know, who doesn't like being told they're good at what they do? Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you who doesn't like. Heidi. Heidi doesn't like being told she's good at what she does.
She has also commented on that you are correct on calling her a perfectionist.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. She doesn't like being told what she's good at what she's doing. Heidi is without a doubt, or was, still very annoyed about how her teaching career came to an end, but without a doubt, the single best Key Stage 1 early years teacher I ever knew. I'm not saying that because she's my wife. She was just epic. My old boss at our school we used to work at had said to me at one point, if he could have employed a Heidi in every classroom in Key Stage 1, he would never have any issues at all. He never fucking told her that. He was autistic as well. Pete, if you're watching this, mate, the chism is strong with you, buddy. He was terrible at telling people they're doing a good job. He thought he was telling people they're doing a good job. He told me she was doing an amazing job. I don't ever think he ever told Heidi straight up that she was doing an amazing job. But yeah. So, but me, I love being told I'm doing a good job. I'm bumping into people who tell me, I love it when I'm blessed when I go to shows like Salute. I've got a really, really great bunch of guys.
Who are
they? I've become a bit of an expert. He totally is. Yeah, got to be autistic one another. But I'm blessed when I go to Salute now that I rock up and I don't roll any dice. I mean, how many salutes have we done now? Have you guys done?
3? Benfleet, Lunden. Yeah, 3.
Yeah. So this year we're dreading.
I'm going through my different haircuts.
Yeah. So the last 3 years of going to Salute, and then subsequently in the last 2 years to Colours and Partisan as well.
Yeah.
I haven't rolled a single dice at a war game show because I spend my whole day talking to people about Magrathea Build a World and what we do, and it's amazing talking to people. And I've met people. I've been at gigs, and I've had people come and ask me if I'm Magrathea Build a World. Yeah, so I fucking love that. But every time I have those conversations, it's still really it's a real touching thing because, the benefits for me and the benefits for other people doing it just means it's totally worth doing. Completely. So every now and then I get a real hang up because I haven't done anything recently. I haven't produced enough stuff. I feel really bad because one reason or another I haven't made enough models. I haven't made enough videos. Life has got in the way, and I know it's going to this in 2026.
Yeah.
You know,
Each year you get busier and
what
busier.
with work events and planning Viking events and visits, and I mean, you know, and in between being married to a Disney adult who's rediscovered Disney in the last few years, and the fact that, you know, I mean, you like Wardruna, don't you?
Hmm?
Do you like Wardruna? You don't know Ward?
No.
Anyway, right. So in June,
I don't like that he's got a knife while we're having this conversation.
Oh, mate, I can't believe it. Wardruna.
It's not ringing a bell.
Right, okay. Well, I'll introduce you to Wardruna later, but
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you people have heard of Wardruna either. Wardruna he's a dude, a Norwegian dude who produces kind of mainly folk rock, mainly Nordic-inspired folk music. And he decided he was going to do that at Gudvangen Viking Village. And yeah, so anyway, we're going to go see Wardruna in Oslo in June, because we've been invited out there by my Jarl, Georg, and his wife, Angela.
Oh,
Yeah, Wardruna. Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go see them.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, so that's another thing that's going to happen in 2026.
On June 13th.
And it's going to be, so there are these things that get in the way of producing this stuff. So I feel bad when I haven't made enough videos. Yeah, I did that. But you know, I know that people will hang around and watch it. I can't believe that people still hang around and watch. I can't believe there are still
29 people
sitting here listening to me.
We peaked at 36.
Talking bollocks about mental health and making things, you know.
Miss Crockett, gaming gives me a reason to make models and paint miniatures. I find it difficult just to make them for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You know, it's nice. But yeah, so right. Okay.
Ironic ignorance, calling out diagnosing your old mates is wild.
Well, you know, I don't know whether he'd be offended by that. To be quite honest, actually, I don't care. He totally is. You know.
Do you want me to take the shovel from you? Or
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I think he'd probably admit it. You know, I mean, frankly, look, he's a Rush fan, and he's a kind of like
you don't need to explain more.
And he's a tabletop wargamer. I've written wargaming rules with him, and you know, very good friend of mine. His offspring was born exactly a month before my first offspring was, and all this kind of shit. Yeah. No, it's important stuff. But anyway, look, I'm still sticking bits of plastic to other bits of plastic, so I can every now and then stop talking bollocks to you and stick it on here. So yeah, you know, it's like I am actually doing what I set out to do, I think. But I'm mainly sticking aerials onto this. I need to find something. But yeah,
Space Docs, with Heidi's love of Disney's Space Docs, talking about how he proposed to his wife in front of the Magic Kingdom in Orlando.
Nice. Very good. Yeah.
Another good question from our ignorance. Do you have any favourite makers here on YouTube? Other than yourself.
You know what? It's kind of funny. I get a bit bored watching gaming. Zorpazorp. I like Zorpazorp because he does these big, expansive projects that I sit and look at and go, yeah, fuck, I could do. I'd love to do that. So I like that kind of thing. What's the dude? Because there's fuck it. Go on YouTube and find the channels to subscribe to. I like Nerdforge, who she's not a wargamer as such, but she makes incredible things. And again, massive studio, massive resources. That kind of thing where you could do incredible things if you got all the stuff. I love
Jimmy Kimmel.
No, yeah, Danny on the show more. Look, it's the guy who does the what's his name? Keep going. Tabletop Minions. I like to watch him. An American dude who talks mainly about the hobby. I've only ever watched his weekly show. I've never watched him do a live stream. He does a live stream every other Sunday. It's called the Every Other Sunday Show. I've never seen it. So yeah, there are a few. I like Kamui cosplay. I tend to watch stuff for other kind of hobbies. But yeah, I just get frustrated at gamers because there's too much about perfection and too much. There's not enough. Actually, there's not enough of getting other people through it and going, look, I did this and I did this, and I fuck up. I think some people like watching what I do because I mess things up, and then I'm happy to announce that I've messed things up. And then I have to sit there and work out how to unmess it.
I'm definitely a big believer in it doesn't help that idea of perfectionism, people who are struggling with perfectionism, because you see these people that make this stuff and suddenly, bam, it's done,
Yeah.
Whereas with yourself, when you screw up, you say, right, this is where I messed up, this is how I think I'm going to fix it, let's see if it works.
Yeah, I mean, I think my videos are probably testament to the fact that I don't watch other YouTube channels because I don't think my videos are particularly slick. And there was a point where I was going to get super worried about it and super bothered about production and editing and everything else. Yeah. And now I tend to have these long, wide, rambling videos because I can't be asked to, because ADHD means, oh man, I can't be asked to sit and if I make an hour-long video, I then can't be asked to sit and watch it all the way back again either.
Not to sit back through.
So if there are errors in my videos that I've made, it's because I got bored editing and I couldn't. And I totally missed it, So from that point of view, it's it's and I don't do it because I want to make loads of money. So I think that it's who does everybody else watch? You can't only watch. I mean,
we've had Uncle Atom pop
up. Uncle Atom here. That is Tabletop Minions.
Yeah.
So Nick's watching the same guy I am. Who else do you watch? Because if you're only watching YouTube to watch Magrathea build a world, you're having a very sad time because I don't make anywhere near enough videos. Peachy, okay,
there's a lot more interesting stuff on YouTube than just that.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. What's his name? The terrain tutor.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, he's a nice chap. I like his stuff. He's gone through a rough time, I think. So you look at all these people who are like making shit and things and stuff.
Yeah. So we had another comment about Space Doc saying about how this kind of hobby massively helps with mental health and stuff like that, which is really lovely to see. Ironic ignorance, bill making stuff Dan does, and oh god,
Dan does Dallas. Oh no, that was
Dan does, and then it's Boyley hobby time. I could do hobby time. It's probably an important time to mention I am quite heavily dyslexic. Or it's just everybody. The fumes of the Yoo-hoo. It's one of the two.
No, I'm immune to the fumes of the Yoo-hoo. Adam Savage is right.
Douglas Pricey, Conlo Truths under Crag City is awesome. He does a lot of stuff in 15mm apparently.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Zorpa Zorp, as Gordon's agreeing with you on Zorpa Zorp, and lots of model railway stuff.
Yeah, see, I've watched. Oh shit, there was a model railway guy in the States. I like to watch. He makes super realistic things. Can't remember what he's called. Something or other. Railroad. Blah blah. Boulder. I don't know. Fuck it. I can't remember. But he makes stuff. You look at it and go, oh, look, that looks real. You know, models that you stand at a distance and you get in the right background and it just looks like completely real. It's like,
that's just been cut out the picture.
That's fucking cool. Yeah.
Jake Hanningford, which is Adam Savage Adam Savage's Tested.
I'm gonna have to go check some of this shit out.
Yeah. Plebometer. Oh, I'm so sorry, mate. Colin Furs, but mostly because he does mad projects like jet engines on a mobility scooter. Gordon with Boyley Hobby. Time is awesome.
Thunder Messer.
Gordon's resent the one I couldn't pronounce.
Which one? What, Thunder Messer?
Is it Boyley?
Yeah, Boyley.
I don't know. There we go. I quite like Dan Does. Another one for Dan Does from that's Mark Wilby. Douglas Piercy with Thunder Messer.
Thunder Messer.
Oh, Gordon also with Thunder Messer.
Boyley, there you go.
Boyley, see, there you go. Thank you very much.
Boyley ought to spell his name Boyley then, shouldn't he? Really?
Yeah.
Well, he
threw an I in there. It confused me.
Yeah,
I don't know where the I goes. I know there's a rule about an I before E or something, and you know.
Yeah, except after C, unless it sounds like blee blah blee blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, it's the name of an anglefish. Oh, angelfish.
Angelfish. Morning, Angle.
Well, I was thinking anglerfish, and I was like, I
Yeah,
forgot the ER on it, and it's like, no, I forgot that angelfishes are a thing. Heretical Hobbyist, Black Magic Craft, and Eric's Hobby Workshop.
Now, Eric's Hobby Workshop I've heard of. Yeah, that must have some cool shit in it. Now, I'm wondering what I'm going to do.
Great big bushy beards.
Great big bushy beards. Right, now then, I wonder what I'm going to do in it. See, I made this, right, those of you who arrived late, look.
There's no one here with big bushy beards.
That's the inside. This is the inside of my house. Do you know what? I can't help thinking that the inside of my house is going to have to get detailed at another point, because frankly, it's like 20 past 10 now. I've made the outside of my house. Do you know what? I've spent quite a lot of time chatting this evening, not much time making, but it's getting there. It's actually like, look, you know, it's like Jason Jensen trains. Nice, cool. I'll check that out. Look, I know. So this, at least, if nothing else tonight, right? If nothing else, I've got a whole bunch of people who have made suggestions that I can go and watch that might be.
Yeah.
When I have crippling ADHD procrastination, I can at least watch hobby videos as opposed to just watching.
Well, it's one of the other things you mentioned.
American commentaries about Donald Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the other things that you mentioned, wasn't it? About possibly opening up a Discord for your community, so you guys can talk about and send your own scenery pics and stuff like that.
Yeah, that might be cool.
So then you guys can talk about this and, yeah, you know, so we can grow the community that little bit more and sort of interact with you guys.
Discord might be kind of, yeah.
Because then we can...
Over the years, I've had people say, have you got Discord? Have you got Discord? Like, you know, yeah, we might have to get to the point where we think about actually doing these live streams on more than one platform as well.
We've talked about the fact that we should hopefully be able to start multi-streaming on Twitch as well, for those of you that prefer Twitch, as well as also opening up Magrathea Builder Worlds to more communities. We've got another one from Miss Crockett, which is Jason Jensen Trains. That's too many letters the same.
That's really funny.
Ironic Ignorance, brass pinning rods for aerials. Apparently they bend instead of snapping.
They do, that's very cool. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, no, Jason Jensen
Trains, a complete artist, model maker, awesome work. Yeah.
Gordon
also watches
really it doesn't help that I've got a big heart in front of the writing on my little device here.
On your little device, it's right there on the screen. Okay.
Yeah, but they don't want to see me. They just came here for the Magrathea.
The amazing thing is probably none of these people have actually seen my actual son.
Well, quite a few of these people I've met in person.
Quite a few of these people you have actually met. But Nate hasn't come to any shows.
Yeah, true.
And then when Gary stood there, if Gary, are you still watching? Just out of interest, he's got to be. If he's not, he'll be really pissed.
Yeah.
But frankly, there are times when we've been at a show and Gary's been there as well, and it's been suggested that Harry's been our adopted son.
You do look like my dad's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. He's bless him, but yeah. Although, in fairness, apart from the fact that Harry's Nathan's kind of tall, but Harry's a couple of inches taller. I know Harry's a couple of inches taller than Nate. Apart from that, they could be brothers.
Especially when my hair's down, because we both got that kind of almost wavy, fluffy texture to the hair as well.
Exactly. Yeah. This is very true. Look, it's coming on. I'm sticking random bits of plastic shit to the cardboard. It's coming on nicely now. I've got a kind of like a chimney kind of stack here with an aerial, and then another one over here, which is out of shot, which is rubbish. Hang on a minute. There it is, there above the kitchen. Got various things stuck on there. I've got zero detail on the inside of this model, but we're making progress gradually.
That might be something to look into, Tim.
What's that?
According to Ironic Ignorance, there's a couple of yearly build events that get a good mix of makers in different styles and mediums. Big Bok Bash and Monster Mash.
Nice. Where are they? Go on, spill the beans. I need to know where they are now. See, that's quite cool. I've made that in the past. That's various bits of plastic.
Well, I think Dad's selling me off there.
Your Dad's selling you off.
Welcome to share him.
Yeah. It's all right, mate. I don't need to share him. It's fine. You're welcome to him most of the time.
You helped feed me for a month, and that was bad enough.
Yeah, exactly. That felt like sharing him when you lot just fucked off.
Yeah, they abandoned me for a month, didn't they?
Yeah, bless them. Yeah.
I had to come scrounge for scraps.
Although, in fairness, Holly had most of that covered.
Yeah, she did, to be fair.
Yeah. So where is Big Boot Bash? See, alliteration is like that.
That's not boot.
It says bot.
Yeah, that says bot, yeah.
Nice to see you, Anfield Road. Thanks for coming. Big Bot Bash is run by Bill Making Stuff. He's Dan Does brother.
What the fuck is all these words?
This is called alliteration 101. Big Bot Bash by Bill. Yeah. Dan Does brother. Dan's done. What?
Hang on. Big Bot Bash is run by Bill Making Stuff. He's Dan Does
his brother. Yeah. What does Dan do?
He does Dan Does.
Dan does do da.
Bill Making Stuff. He's a great trash bash.
Trash. Yeah, cool.
That's up your alley.
It is right on my passage. Yeah. What?
We can't put PG rating on this.
I can. I did say before I started this that this was not for children. So from that point of view,
Dan does more horror-oriented stuff with a lot of polymer clay and minis.
Right. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
What does Dan not do? Also, they're twin brothers.
Ah. Right. Okay. Does Dan do Dallas?
What?
It's a gag for the oldies. I was going to see if anybody gets a reference.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I wasn't born before.
That's right.
1980.
Yeah. Oh no, that was Debbie. Debbie did Dallas, didn't she? Right. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's Debbie. Yeah.
In the old days. Dad did Louisiana. All of Louisiana. Holy smokes. Damn, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, in the 80s, there was a notorious porn film called Debbie Does Dallas.
I don't think I want to know why it's notorious.
Well, probably because it was shit.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the word infamous.
Infamous is
infamous
probably...
is just a lot more foreboding.
I should imagine, actually, and it's a long time. I think I have seen Debbie Does Dallas. But it was a long time ago in the 80s when 80s porn was terrible anyway. I mean, you know.
I feel like we should shift the theme of conversation.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, porn these days it is. It is. You know, it does.
I don't know what YouTube's policy on just.
No, if you can discuss it, and it's not like I'm getting my bits out.
Please don't.
I'm just thinking.
I'm already in therapy. I don't need more.
See, Dan, Fred. See, they know. See, the thing about porn these days is it gives young people a very unrealistic, expectation in life.
Other than a woman shagging the whole of Dallas.
No. Nowadays, you know, you think that.
Sorry, did I take that too literally?
Yeah.
I assume she went around the whole of Dallas, Texas.
The problem with porn these days is the fact that it will give you an idea. There's no plot in nowadays. The type. It was also the fact that
Fred's clearly a connoisseur.
It will also give young people an idea that when you ring for a plumber, they'll turn up straight away. You know.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because frankly, you know, I've been waiting for a plumber to come back and fix the fucking radiator in our living room for weeks now. You know.
Have you tried getting stuck in the washing machine?
No, well, yeah. No. But yeah, I think there's no corny music either. I reckon there are a couple of people here who's like. Yeah.
I love the fact that was also one of Plebometer's one of their first comments this stream.
Like a printer repairmen. Oh no! You see the thing about printers. The thing about printers is the fact that do you know the heavy.
Always dry.
No, do you know the band Rage Against the Machine?
Yes.
Yeah. They were never clear about what machine they were raging against. Actually,
yeah.
But I am absolutely convinced that it was a printer.
Yeah, completely.
Because you know, it's just like because printers gotta just. Anyway,
it's gotta be a printer.
Gotta be a printer. So look, there's another little bit here. There's just I am actually doing stuff now. Oh, it's good. You can. So that's what I like about this second camera. You can actually see my hands going backwards and forwards and sticking shit on. And that's what's cool about actually this kind of model, because it literally is a case of just sticking stuff on and going, oh, I'm going to put that there, I'm going to put that there. I still haven't put a second door into this model though. I feel bad about that. I mean, not actually bad, but you know, because that's
going to go cry all night now.
Yeah, exactly. You
didn't finish that part.
They didn't put another door in there. How are they going to escape if there's a fire?
Yeah, Tim, you really need to work on your fire safety standards
I do, yeah.
for inside your fantasy and sci-fi buildings.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, most of them do, you know.
You're actually setting bad examples for the children, you know.
When I was staying in Gudvangen in the summer, and I was staying in the Blood House, I hope you watched my vlog in the summer of staying in Norway. When I was staying in the Blood House, one of the interesting things is that one of the unrealistic things about the buildings they have in Gudvangen, because they're trying to portray it as closely as they can, living in Viking times, is that all of their buildings, most of their buildings, have got 2 doors.
Yeah.
There's a second door. And it's like, and that just didn't happen in Viking houses. And when you try and explain to people again, it's like, what is another door there? That's because
So if there's a fire in front of it, we don't die.
exactly, because we might be trying to portray life in the 10th century, but it is actually the 21st century.
Well, I mean, also the key word there is portraying life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a bit hard to do that when you're.
So, and they were very well done. It was the same as the windows in any of the houses as well. My house didn't have a window; it had a front door and a side door that was closed all the time. But there was also this. Some of the other houses had windows in, and Viking houses, Norwegian houses didn't have windows. But it was a case of going, well, so we can open up and so you can see into the building without you actually having to go in. Oh fuck me, that was broken again. See that bit there? You know, there's a bit of breaking shit. Look, there we go. Done it that way again. Here we go.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. There it is. No, I'm going to cough up. I broke it again.
It's fine. Ironic ignorance, jokes on the printer. You smash one of them open, they're full of good cripples and bits inside.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, there must be, talking about good greeblies, yeah, there must be quite a lot in the printer. And a PC and that kind of thing. But yeah. Right, we're going in with another door here, people. Going in the back.
That is correct. Printers do thoroughly hate me.
They hate everybody. I mean, they're equal opportunity haters, printers. You know, they're just fuckers.
Even my 3D printer, obviously on the Fable Fame Instagram, I put up a video of kind of me fixing it, and by the time I got to the end of it, I had 6 screws.
Right.
That were just on my desk still.
Yeah,
and I still have no clue what those 6 screws belong to, what part of the printer.
Bit of an issue.
I mean, it's been working for like 6 months, like it. So you know.
Do you know what? I had loads of kids at work in December. Loads of kids asked me for printers this year. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Like 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds asking me for 3D printers. Often with a baffled look from their parents. And so to help their parents get out of it straight away, my first response is, filament or resin?
Yeah.
And the kids are like, and only on one occasion did Dad go, well, if you don't know, you're asking for a filament one. It rather sounded to me like Dad was hoping for a 3D printer as well.
It's just using the kid as a proxy.
Although there are quite a few schools I know of now that have 3D printers. Primary schools. So, you know, they do printing projects and they have printing clubs and that kind of thing. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
3D printing, especially when you're kind of teaching people how to use CAM and Blender, even if you're looking at kind of resin and stuff like that, it's a really good way of getting kids thinking from a 3-dimensional point of view, which is really important in kind of most industries.
Yeah.
Space Doc, my youngest nephew. He's interested in Viking history. Sent him your way to your vlogs.
Yeah, that must be great. Certainly the one me walking out of the shower. I was dressed.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah. I wasn't weak. I
assumed the video was still up. So
yeah.
Robbo Lang, cut, transform, glue is another we watch. He makes cool sci-fi vehicles out of printers.
Hoover parts. I've got a couple of well, of course, one of my bits of my Sumpsea of Pier Town was made out of the cyclone from a Dyson. And I've got in the garage, I've got at least one more Dyson in parts that I need to turn into big spaceship things, which is kind of cool. Yeah, Hoovers make really good things. Seeing as you work for GW, why have they never done anything better than Gorka Morka? Ah, well, now see they have. Gorka Morka wasn't as good as Necromunda anyway. So you know, I mean, I did like Gorka Morka a lot. Gorka Morka was orcs and trucks and shit. It was like Mad Max with orcs. So in 1995,
they redone that recently, didn't they?
Well, yeah, they did a thing, but it wasn't. It was kind of like based on Gorka Morka. But so in 1995, Necromunda came out. And Necromunda changed the way Games Workshop and I played skirmish games. That was really the first really big successful set of skirmish system where you had a warband and you developed it, and you know, and in those days it was all about Necromunda figures were about WYSIWYG, so you were constantly changing your figures, you change weapons and stuff.
Okay.
And we had in Essex, and that was when I worked for Workshop. It was the best game ever, and only partly because I worked for Workshop. Warbands and gangs were 20 quid, and I ran a campaign with my mates. Heidi played and Mike played,
Okay.
and
Rolled a lot of ones.
rolled a lot of ones. He still does 30 years later. I had a game that was we played in a part of the Underhive called Pitsea, and then Darren McIninch he ran his game in Peertown, which is Southend, and Che Webster, who I then ended up working with in Lakeside, he ran his campaign in Through Rock. Or Thor's Rock, depending on which way he went. So so we had the whole of South Essex plotted out as a Necromunda was amazing. And a few years later, they brought out Gorka Morka, which was epic. Because when they first started making really cool vehicles, and you got war trucks,
all vehicles have always been my favourite.
Alt War Buggy and Alt War Truck, the original ones of those, and there was so much ability to convert and make our own stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about Gorka Morka. Fucking brilliant. But it was the campaign system was very much a rehash of Necromunda with vehicle rules, and it was cool. But and I mean, we played it. My stag night, we played Gorka Morka. My mates around, and we were playing Gorka Morka. So that tells you when that was.
Yeah.
Because that was 1998.
Bloody hell, a long time.
So Gorka Morka was really cool, but I preferred Necromunda and Mordheim as well, and Middle Earth strategy battle game.
Yeah.
Of their big games, Middle Earth was the best game they ever made. But little games, skirmishy games.
In terms of
Necromunda.
Warhammer IPAs, that's not the IPs, thank you, yeah.
IPA's a beer.
Yeah, it certainly is. A beer that weirdly tastes like lemons. Anyway.
I'd just like to point out at this point, everybody, that I have added another door. Right, just so now we don't have to worry about fire escapes.
Mum mentioned you don't need fire escapes, they've got transporters.
It's not fucking Star Trek.
I don't know, she said it, not me.
Gosh, she's just like mixing up her franchises now. Come on, Lorraine, get with it.
Telling me they can't phase in Star Wars.
They can't phase in Star Wars, no, mate, no. But they have got ion cannons, which is better. So, yeah. And Dig and Obs are cool. I mean, anything.
And they have Chewbacca.
Yeah. Well, there's also that too, yeah. So, look, the outside of this is kind of cool now. I've got 2 doors.
It's getting there.
It is getting there.
This looks like a random cardboard box you glued stuff to. It looks
the more
like something now.
The more plastic sheet you stick to it, the less it looks like a cardboard box or a piece of packaging. I have also got over here. Freya got. What did Freya get for Christmas? Freya got a churros maker, and she also had she bought herself a waffle maker, and these came with a waffle maker, which is just like. Well, it's just
you could make like sort of almost like Tusken Raider kind of style.
Well, it's just
like,
sort of, yeah. I mean, the whole thing is just an absolute given. Kind of like, it's just fantastic. A couple of those power generator things.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
trim off the bottom bit, stick it on a base.
My brain was almost kind of like sand style, kind of like village huts.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's cool. But I mean, they're just But this reconstituted cardboard is such a great texture to work with. This is much thicker than that, so that'll be a lot easier to work with. Might do that next live. No, we'll do something else.
We'll do that on one of the live streams as
well. Right, now here's a question. Look, it's 22:11. So we've been doing this, well, just about, it now says live 2 hours 57, 58, because Harry may be late. So, I want to live stream next month, obviously. We're not going to be able to do it on the weekend of the 9th, aren't we?
Yes, no, because we are.
So let's get my calendar out, loves. So hang on a minute. Now, where are we? So January, nearly in January. We're not going to. Well, it's too close to the third. We're not going to do anything on the. Can't do it the 11th. I'm liking Sunday nights. It really does. Can't do it on the 11th because we won't have got back. We're having a boys' weekend, aren't we? Me and Gary and Harry and Ted are going to. Nottingham, actually, because it's Harry's birthday, and we're going to go to Warhammer World and Warp Miniatures, and from that point of view, it's we're not going to do it that weekend. Then the following weekend, which is the 18th, we could do it on the 18th or the 25th. Can't do it the following week. I've got my Jarl is coming and his wife, and we're going to go and do and stuff.
That'd be cool.
But we could go on the 18th or the 25th. About the 25th. Let's go for the 25th.
25th works because 17th, 18th is my. Because obviously I'm going out with you guys. Is my makeup because obviously my friends are local again now. I'm not all up in Brighton.
Okay, and I can't actually, that will run out. We've got to do it that weekend there because the following Sunday is the 1st of January, and I believe the 1st of February. I believe I'm going to France on the 1st of February because we're going to be Heidi and I are having a few days in Paris. So yeah, so look, thank you everybody for watching tonight. We're going to do the next live stream on the 25th of January, Sunday night. If you've got any special requests you think a particular theme you'd like to have from a model making point of view, be it fantasy or more sci-fi or whatever, shout now. New Year's Eve live stream, go all night. Atwood Threads, that's really sweet of you to say, but do I look like the kind of person who does New Year's? I haven't decided what I'm wearing to my New Year's Eve party in my living room tonight. I might not go.
To be honest, New Year's Eve to me is always is the worst holiday to me in celebration. Everyone's always way too drunk and way too emotional, and there is always in my friend groups a massive sod off argument before the countdown.
And it's in like 2 days' time, so fuck that.
He can only stand and I've been here for two and a bit hours. You can only stand like 4 hours a week max.
Yeah, I could do this all night. I could.
No, with me.
You. Yeah. Frankly, I need a wee now, so from that point of view.
I'm doing very well. I mean, to be fair, they'll have to pay for that.
There you go. You'll be out by 7 yourself. See, exactly right. More sci-fi dreaded stuff. Okay, that's cool. We'll see what we can do.
Cyberpunk could be fun.
So something
because they're releasing the new Cyberpunk 2020 board game thing. So in terms of doing something cyberpunky themed, people might enjoy that.
See what I can come up with.
Yeah.
I'm doing Star Wars shit in a minute, but let's do some sci-fi things. Yeah, New Year's build. Build a fancy build, but drink every time you say whimsy. Well, that is the point.
Whimsy.
Nobody wants to see me get drunk. Trust me. In the Sea we trust. Right. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, look.
One of them. Once we have the cottages up and running, I am not a model maker at all, but I am happy to follow our self instructions, and I will put together a cottage.
I'll tell you what we could do. Actually, I could on the 25th of January, because we talked about doing a sci-fi kit.
Yeah.
Why don't I build a prototype?
Yeah.
Sci-fi building house bunker type thing. That would be cool, wouldn't it? That might work. I've got some ideas for that.
Yeah.
And I could have a word. We'll get a couple of templates designed. And that'd be kind of neat. Right, look, everybody. It's 11:15 on a Sunday night. I don't know how many of you are in that weird twilight pre-Christmas, between Christmas and New Year thing where you are not going to work tomorrow. But if you're going to work tomorrow,
he's looking for the words "best of luck."
Yeah. Shit. I'm going to work tomorrow. As it goes, I've got to go to Greenwich tomorrow. I'm going Operation Grinch .2. But otherwise,
I'm still retreading how to walk.
I see. Dread Food Shack could do that as well. Great stream. So look, everybody, thank you very much for watching this evening. It's been an absolute laugh. Thank you, Harry, for coming around and hanging out with me this evening. What's been really interesting watching you is the fact that he's come gradually further and further into shot and joining more and more of the conversation, which is really cool. So thanks everybody for watching. There will be more Magrathea content in between now and the 25th of January, I promise. The Green Dragon, probably some more Middle Earth stuff, and we'll definitely have to do some kind of report or go into Warhammer World and Warp Miniatures. And that
I think we just nothing wrong with doing that,
which would be cool. Although we can't film in Warhammer World, boo. But
we can. Otherwise, miniatures.
We can, yeah. And I will see you guys on live on the 25th of January. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. What a great evening.
Yeah, now he's trying to figure out how the hell we actually finish this.
You hang up. This is like breaking the phone, just getting off a call with your girlfriend. You hang up first. No, you hang up
first.
No,
right, you can, ho ho ho. Here's his proc song.
Hey.
Right, finished. So I've clicked something that says a new recording has been completed.
Right, now if we go over to...
You can upload that straight to YouTube if you want.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. That was cool. Well done. Thank you.
Cheers, man. I've really enjoyed that.
That was really, really good fun. Just hanging out, chatting. It's been
Oh,
really
apparently they
interesting.
can still hear us. Oh,
Still
this
going,
is funny.
still
Yeah.
streaming, lads.
Click the button.